59. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a smoking hot show for you today. In a bikini, very tan, nasty, half drunk. It's going to be a great time today. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there with woke news. Embers Only today, introducing you to a really nice cigar. 420 Primetime Kitchen with Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. 445, we'll talk to Nicole Dupre, find out what's happening in the world of fine arts in Central Florida. 540 trivia, topics, last call. Your calls and texts all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Happy Friday.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
He is the keeper of the Jack Jaw. We'll tell you about that later. It isn't as bad as it sounds. All right, 407-916.
A texter pointed out jackpot still works, you know.
Oh, does it really?
If you're giving away prizes, it's a jackpot.
Oh, I thought you were giving away pot.
Jackpot, yeah.
Jack jar.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You can find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And you can find us everywhere online at JimColbertLive.com. That means you can podcast all the cool stuff, find out all the information you need to find out. Look at me, people.
I knew it. Let's just get the bragging out of the way.
Just look at me. Just look at me. Bask in it. Bask in it.
No, it's scary.
Nobody has found it.
Are you sure?
No one's found it.
Oh, Jack.
It's out there.
How do we know?
Just waiting. People are walking by it as we speak.
You don't even know.
I've heard people today, by the way, I got text messages and I got email today all day long. The people were in Winter Park today walking around and saw 4 or 5 other couples out there walking around.
Yeah.
There are other people that are at Icon Park. People thought it was at Icon Park.
Really
we get a lot of that.
They really do.
Out there walking around. I absolutely love this.
I'm not sure. So you're talking about the Search Erase Off, Big Green Egg Hunt, and the clues that have been out there at realradio.fm/ace that you finished. The final clues went up Thursday at 3. Has not been found yet. But
it hasn't.
From what people, the texts we get, there's a lot of people believing Disney Springs, Kissimmee, Icon Park. Those are the 3 that seem to be most popular.
And then a lot of people were talking about going to Sanford yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Yep, heard that one as well. People, even though the last one was in Sanford, some people, they think I'm double swerving them and putting it in Sanford again. So who knows? I may have. You never know. I'm wily. I'm wily. You never know what I may do, Jack. At any given moment, I could move it. I could move it tomorrow. You never know.
Wouldn't.
You wouldn't. You couldn't. And you wonder why we root against you.
Right. Exactly, man.
I'm loving every minute of this. Yeah, you are. Oh God! If you don't mind, guys, just let me. Oh, Husa.
That's okay. Get it out of your system now, because I'm sure around time for trivia about 5:45, you're gonna.
Oh yeah, we'll get.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I found it. Stumbled upon it.
Exactly.
How do you stumble upon it? It clearly says you have to reach in and grab it. Oops.
What? Wait. Does it say that? No.
It does.
All right.
No,
Okay.
that's that damn hint you've been trying to give for the last 3 days.
It does.
You're busting at the seam. It does not.
It says just pull it right out. Stand, scream, and shout. Your summer, it will enhance. A big thanks to Tools, who cheeringly suffers us fools for joining us for the dance. I love it when people are texting me. I told them you have to pay attention to every single word of this thing. And people are like focusing on words that I really didn't put double meaning into.
But they don't know.
But they don't know, so they have to ask.
Well,
And
even if they
they're
do
going-
ask, you're not going to tell them.
I'm not. They're going to places based on words that I put in there that I just used that really don't have any other meaning. So I'm absolutely loving this. This is exactly what the first one was supposed to be like. But it was found in like 9 minutes.
Third time's a charm.
The second one was found even faster. That nerd just walked right to it. I got it. I'm bored already. I got it, Colbert. I'm bored. Do something else. Dance, chicken. That's right. It's out there. Search your ace off. Go get it. realradio.fm/ace. All the clues are there, and I will tell you without question. Enough information is there to find it. Can I tell you?
What?
Why?
What?
May not have even had to give you part of this to find it, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, but you did anyway.
That last part may not have even been needed, but I'm telling you, that thing is out there. And it's ready to be given away. $1,000 value, courtesy of Tools Ace Hardware. Big Green Egg, large accessories, a spice mix kit from us, the Jim Colbert Show, which is our spices, plus a box of cigars, or some chosen cigars, I should say. It's going to be in a box, but from my personal humidor, some nice smokes, all up for grabs in the Search Your Ace Off contest. Keep going. Get
Lake
out there,
Eola is
find
another
it.
one that keeps popping up. Lake Eola.
Okay, so yesterday, remember I told you guys I have a friend that I think could probably afford this thing pretty easily. And his wife texts me and says, I'm out here digging around in Lake Eola. I'm getting looked at by bums like I'm crazy. Keep digging. Keep digging. There you go. Look, I think people just want to find, now it's a pride thing, because I get to swag out a little bit, and people don't like hearing that, Deborah.
No,
They don't like hearing me swag out.
They're
so
not
I'm telling
alone.
you. And here's the great thing. So this weekend,
They're not alone.
This weekend, I think is going to be a big difference because here's the deal.
All right.
People will have an entire day because it's tough during a work week. You want to knock off work. You have responsibilities. It's hard to do that with kids or other responsibilities. But man, come Saturday morning, you can get up there at the crack of dawn, start really filtering through this thing tonight. You never know. By the end of the show, I may actually give you another clue. I feel like I've won. It doesn't matter.
But now, if I may say, I don't think you should give another clue because you have some people who are going by that written word and only have Saturday and maybe Easter Sunday to go out, or Saturday at least, to go out and explore. So you want to give them a true shot at this with the given clues, and then you've already announced Monday is when you're going to release more info.
More info. More info on Monday. I'll isolate the county it's in on Monday for sure if it's not found by Easter Sunday.
I wonder how many families, parents listening right now, knowing that the kids are going to be off for the weekend, are going to go, hey, kids, you want to go on a fun family adventure?
That's what I would do, man. Are you kidding?
Why not put them to work? You give everybody the clues. You turn it into a family project. You all decide on where it is you're going to look. And then the family separates. They have a meeting point.
I
what a great project for the family to do
Deborah,
together.
I would have done that in 5 seconds with my kids. We would have sent them off to different areas. We would have been canvassing the entire thing.
Here, you go there, you go here.
I would spend tonight going through it word for word, finding out that I would say, okay, this is what we think. It could be this, it could be that. Everybody, break, go.
I think you should print more clues and put them in the 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations.
Oh, my God.
They have to go to a Tools Ace Hardware to get it.
Man, when I was delivering those spices, I was like, this is going to be no big deal. Because, by the way, I delivered every single bottle of those spices to the store myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is no big deal. And then that one in Groveland got me. Look, man, that is like no joke. I mean, they're perfect, except those West Side ones, those like Claremont, Winter Garden, and Groveland stores.
Yeah,
those things are out there, like Turnpike out there. So, but yeah. Maybe I won't do that, Jack. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just leave the clues the way it is because there's enough information there to find it.
You could mail it to them.
Somebody says, I actually found it 2 days ago, but I want you to feel good about yourself. Look,
that's sweet.
I'm fine with that. I'll take that fake good feeling all day long.
Jimmy, stop lying.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a great cigar to tell you guys about at 345 for Embers Only. Primetime Kitchen, Amy Drew Thompson joins us today. Great stories there as well. Good heads up always from Amy Drew about neat little places maybe you haven't found yet. Nicole Dupre joins us. Of course, we'll have trivia today. Your text and calls all day. A big announcement for a show that Jack and I absolutely love dropped today, which is awesome because I've been wondering what's going on with it. And you know, Jack, when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, I forget how much I absolutely love this show. I mean, love it. Up there with my all-timers, but because there's so much content out there, it's hard to kind of remember all those shows from month to month or that are coming back. I'm glad it is coming back. Plus a new term in science called neurodiversity. I'm going to tell you why employers are really excited about that. Also, a teacher gets busted for doing something very stupid, but I have a different angle that may explain it. And is virginity really that big of a deal? A new study comes out to kind of explains the myth of virginity. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, Russia warns the U.S. and NATO to stop arming Ukraine. Buses are running late in Central Florida due to driver absences. We'll tell you what those what's behind those absences.
You said doo-doo?
Did I say doo-doo?
Yeah, you did.
I said do too.
Look, that should not make you laugf, Jeff.
No,
Sounded like doo-doo.
It would have made me laugh. Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's low-hanging doo. Let's go.
And then finally, what do Floridians dream about more than anything else?
Wow.
Winning the lottery.
Really?
We'll talk about that and more. No.
Cheaper AC.
No.
Better home insurance prices.
There you go.
Right, yeah. A margarita tap.
We'll cover that more coming up during Woke News.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
If you're going to give up your personal information to a giant, merciless corporation, might as well listen to something good. So tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Eastbound travel on I-4, a solid ride this afternoon between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. It's also slow between Park Street and Lee Road. If you're heading westbound, expect delays between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, and also between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. We're still looking good on the Beach Line. No reported problems on the Turnpike 417 or the 408. See traffic problems? Call the Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid. Florida 529 prepaid plans work great alongside scholarships and financial aid to help cover all the costs of college. Enroll for free in an inflation-proof 529 prepaid plan by April 30th and earn up to $500.
Man, oh man, do we love Tools Ace Hardware. These guys are your grilling headquarters, the best brands and grills. Big Green ad, of course, Weber, Traeger, Napoleon, including the new Weber Genesis series, which is the best propane grill on the market. The thing's amazing. Traeger Timberline, they refill propane, saving you money. Great wood pellet choices, chips and chunks, all those wonderful woods in stock. Brazilian hardwood charcoal, which is what I use for my Big Green Egg, can't be beat. Sauces and rubs from national brands, local brands, and that includes ours, the Jim Colbert Show Spices and Rubs, plus a service tech specializing in grills to help with any repair or warranty issue. They do free assembly and delivery as well. Find your dream grill today at toolsacehardware.com.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
She was just 14, a normal, innocent girl. She was abducted from a convenience store. She suffered unspeakable abuse and was so violated she will never have children. She was eventually rescued from a dark basement. That she is me. Thankfully, the Lifeboat Project offers victims housing, healthcare, education, and assistance to help with the healing. Please give generously to the lifeboatproject.org. Human trafficking is real, and the lifeboatproject.org is real help.
When couples come into International Diamond Center looking for engagement rings, they have lots of pictures from websites, from Pinterest, from designers they love, and 99% of the time, we have what they want.
The brands that we carry are the brands the consumer asks for, the girls ask for, your future bride asks for.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire explains how IDC is always on the cutting edge because we partner with the world's leading designers, names like Tacori, Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more.
Fashions come and go, but why do some brands stay forever? It's because they stay relevant.
IDC was chosen by these acclaimed designers, in most cases, as the exclusive retail partner in the region.
We try to provide the best of the best at the most current merchandise in the market today.
International Diamond Center, giving you access to the most sought-after brands in the world with a 5-star shopping experience with no compromises.
We want people to feel comfortable, relax, educate them, give them high quality for the right price.
Store hours and more at shopidc.com.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, succulent, seared. The brioche roll, buttery and toasty. The Parmesan crisps, crunchy, tangy. The secret aioli, creamy and rich. All those words, but when you have a bite, you might just be left speechless. Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. Enjoy $1 delivery fee when you order on our app. Restrictions apply. For details, visit panerabread.com/delivery info.
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win. We have recovered billions in settlements and verdicts over the years. We have never taken a fee unless we've won the case. Our service is free unless we recover for you. You can hire the largest personal injury law firm in the world as your personal lawyer for free unless and until we recover for you.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Hi guys, it's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan.
My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, mezzo soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text our show at 77031. Leave us a talk back if you'd like. We'll be playing those throughout the day. Just go to your iHeartRadio app, find Real Radio, which is very easy. Use the little microphone there and send us something cool. Maybe you'll wind up on the air. You never know. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is right over there. Ross, of course, still up in Little Rock. He'll be back with us on Monday. And that's when we start our next keyword contest as well. $1,000 up for grabs starting Monday morning from 9 till 5. Plenty of chances to get that cash right here at Real Radio 104.1. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
And Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. All right, the Pentagon is reportedly confirming speculation that a Russian warship was sunk by 2 Neptune missiles fired by Ukrainian forces. The Russian cruiser was attacked this week in the Black Sea. Russia threatened to retaliate with renewed airstrikes in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. Blasts were reported today outside that city. Russia claims to have fired missiles on a factory that manufactures Ukrainian defense weapons. My favorite part was in admitting that this warship was sunk, Russia said that it was really rough seas.
They said at first it was an explosion. They wouldn't even give Ukraine credit for sinking it. They said it was like some kind of explosion or whatever.
It was rough seas.
Yeah, that sinks a battleship.
Russia's like the bully that's beating you up, and you land a shot on their nose, and they're like, "Well, now I'm going to beat you up more."
I didn't feel it.
Or they cry.
I didn't feel it.
Or they cry, but they have too much ego to run away. Yeah, I had a bully like that.
You didn't hit me. I bumped into your fist.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You didn't get me. I'm not crying. Meanwhile, Russia is formally warning the U.S. and NATO to stop arming Ukraine. No. The former diplomatic note sent this week warned that shipments of what Russia called the most sensitive weapon systems to Ukraine are adding fuel to the conflict and could bring, quote, unpredictable consequences, end quote. You mean like what the last 40 or 52 days have been like?
I love it. We're adding fuel to the conflict, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Russia
adding fuel to the conflict. In other words, they would have run over them by now if it wasn't for us.
Exactly.
We would have completely destroyed. By the way, I think this is a revenge thing altogether. I've kind of come to that conclusion that just this has nothing to do with anything except for him just going, well, they're having too much fun.
Oh, well, Russia sent the message as President Biden approved an $800 million package that dramatically upgrades the lethal weapons Washington is sending to Ukraine along with our allies. A senior administration official said the message the Russians sent privately is what the Biden administration had been telling the world publicly, that the U.S. is providing Ukraine weapons that are, quote, proving extraordinarily effective, end quote. But not only that, the State Department is reaffirming U.S. support for Ukraine in its battle with Russian invaders. Spokesman Ned Price says, quote, nothing will dissuade, end quote, the Biden administration from sending aid. Price told CNN Russia has made comments like we just talked about privately and publicly about America's Ukrainian support. He said if the Kremlin's allegations are that the U.S. and other partners around the world are providing Ukraine with billions of dollars worth of support, then they are, quote, guilty as charged, end quote.
Somebody sent me a text earlier today, and I hadn't heard this before, but during the Vietnam conflict, apparently Russia was arming the North Vietnamese the entire time we were doing that, too, with missile systems and other armaments as well.
I saw that text and was like, wow, well, it would have made sense, right?
Yeah, surely it would have.
Well, closer to home, there appears to be support here in Florida for an aggressive U.S. response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. A new University of South Florida survey finds, while 79% of Floridians are paying close attention to the conflict, only about a third say the U.S. sanctions against Russia have been appropriate. It also found just under half feel the response has not been aggressive enough. Nearly 3/4 are in favor of the U.S. providing more weapons and ammunition to Ukraine. All right, parents in Orange and Osceola County specifically, you probably already dealt with this morning, but Orange County public school buses are running late today due to driver absences. The same situation in Osceola County, although in Osceola County it wasn't nearly as bad as they expected. Orange County is asking parents to be patient today. They had 16% of their bus drivers calling out because, again, it is Good Friday and the first day of Passover. They promise all students who needed to ride a bus would be able to, though. A job fair is planned for April 25th from 9 a.m. to noon at the Pine Hills compound in hopes of finding more bus drivers. But which local county had no issues with their bus drivers today?
Let's see. Are we going with the big three, Seminole, Osceola, and Orange?
Yeah, it's another reason for you guys to feel proud.
Oh, yeah. Seminole County.
Seminole County, no issues with their bus drivers.
Best county in Florida.
For education, it seems like, because, again, you've got two neighboring counties that throughout this entire school year have been struggling with these busing issues.
Well, also a very low crime rate, too. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's not only education.
And a very active commission, and we care about our environment. Other than that, we were
a lot of tree cities and lovely trails.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Hey, I live in a tree city in Lake County.
Time out. Everyone else stay out.
Really.
What are we doing?
We have Oviedo, Sanford.
Let's start running Seminole County down. We don't want these interlopers moving in.
But the good thing is that I can't remember if it was Orange or Osceola, but they said of the bus drivers who had requested today off and were denied, still showed up to work. So
Good for them.
they were happy to see that they didn't just, call in sick, even though they had been told they couldn't take the day off. The Mia Marcano Foundation is launching its Safe and Secure Apartment Accreditation Program today in the Fort Lauderdale and the Orlando areas. Mia's mom, Ema Scabriel, says this helps Mia leave a lasting legacy. Now, apartment complexes participating in this program are going to have their procedures and their security policies reviewed and rated. Really important, I would imagine, if you're the parent of a young college student getting ready to, go off to school maybe in another city. Just like was the case for Mia. She's from South Florida, Pembroke Pines specifically, but was living in the Orlando area when she was murdered last fall after police believe her apartment's maintenance man used a master key to access her apartment before killing her. The Clinic for Rehabilitation of Wildlife says, we've got a real turd on the loose. They've had to euthanize a raccoon and an osprey found with multiple gunshot wounds in Lee County. That's not all. Now, according to reports, the raccoon was found on April 11th in Lehigh Acres with 40 gunshot wounds.
Damn.
And the osprey was found the same day in Cape Coral. Now, these abused animals were located the same week. A dolphin was discovered speared to death on a beach in Fort Myers.
Was it a murder-suicide? And who was the shooter, the raccoon or the osprey?
No joke. That thing's like the 50 Cent of coons.
Well, and the other thing, too, don't forget the dolphin discovered speared, and that's just one dolphin. They found several dolphins in this area that have been shot, and that continues to be a big issue with some fishermen. Of course, our great recreational fishermen who recognize how important these animals are wouldn't, I would hope, tolerate something like this. But if you witness cruelty to wildlife, you're asked to please report it to the Florida Wildlife Commission. They do have a hotline. It's 1-888-404-3922. And I know FWC, I believe, on most waterways also has a star 3 number that you can use, but I can't remember exactly what that number is right now.
That just gives you an idea how tough raccoons are. And I'm not joking. Those things are they're monsters. They're absolute monsters. They are terrifying. That's one of the most terrifying animals on planet Earth to me is a raccoon. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I got told a story the other day about a guy who told me he had like an 80-pound hunting dog and a raccoon tore that thing apart. Just a regular old raccoon, like a 20-pound raccoon. Absolutely tore it apart. I'm glad they don't have guns.
All right, Florida continues to outpace. I'm going to let you keep whatever little manhood you got left. Florida continues to outpace the nation when it comes to jobs. Adrian Johnston with the Florida's Department of Economic Opportunity says the number of Floridians working right now is actually higher than before the pandemic.
Wow.
Isn't that some good news?
That's awesome.
Yeah, Florida saw net job gains of more than 40,000 across the state in March with an unemployment rate of 3.2%. That's down from 3.3% in February. And Johnston says this is the 16th straight month Florida has come in below the national average, which is 3.6%.
Which is why Ron DeSantis is going to be your next president.
And then more good news continues. Florida drivers are getting more relief at the pump.
Or you could say it's a byproduct of the federal economy, and it's President Joe Biden that deserves a re-election for the Florida numbers. Let's go, Brandon!
Which one's easier to spend? You tell me.
Florida drivers are getting more relief at the pump as gas prices continue to fall. AAA reports the statewide average for regular unleaded is an even $4. That's 2 cents cheaper than yesterday, 11 cents less than a week ago. Gas is averaging under $4 a gallon in many parts of the state. Florida's average now 38 cents less than the record high set a little over a month ago.
So it's down?
It is down.
Yeah.
Okay,
I paid under $3 under $4 a gallon yesterday for gas.
Me too. Plus, I use the Get Upside app and saved even more. Well,
you
points.
Son of a bitch. Give yourself a ding.
Okay. Oh, nice. All right. I got a ding, everybody.
During news, even.
I know.
I got a news ding.
That's a news ding. That's an extra special ding. Okay, on to the Space Coast, where NASA's plans for fueling up the Artemis 1 moon rocket are on hold. The space agency announced yesterday that a leak of liquid hydrogen was detected, and the so-called wet dress rehearsal was called off.
They need a new name for that.
Yeah, I don't think
it does sound nasty, doesn't it?
It's
Like,
NASA.
hey.
They should have a name maker over there or something, because that is not a good one. I love those guys as much as anything, but they need to reboot that.
That is the difference between government and then commercial products.
Absolutely.
Right.
Commercial is concerned with the sizzle as well as the steak. You know, we got to sell this.
I don't know. Just keep wet dress rehearsal and come up with the chief fluffer, you know?
Yeah,
right.
Crews are preparing for the launch of an uncrewed spacecraft on a trip around the moon. NASA has a teleconference set for later today to discuss the next steps in the rehearsal process. Meanwhile, Boeing is announcing when their Starliner capsule will launch from Cape Canaveral. You guys, it's literally, even the Sentinel has a cover story today about all of the business just in the next 2 weeks that are coming to the Space Coast. 2 launches, 3 splashdowns. I may have that flipped around. But I have a feeling it's going to become so routine that it may not even end up being a news story anymore. But the company said their uncrewed orbital flight test is scheduled for a May 19th launch. This comes after 2 previous takeoff attempts were canceled last year over technical investigations. NASA and Boeing are expected to share more details about the upcoming mission on May 3rd. And from the sublime space and the ideas and the minds that create that,
Okay.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You should write the next big egg.
thank you, comes this story. From my neck of the woods, no less.
Okay.
Where Lake County deputies say a shirtless Florida man
Yeah.
I'm leaning in.
broke into a closed restaurant yesterday and
Da-na-na-na-na.
helped himself to some desserts.
Okay.
Okay. That's so far I like this guy.
Well, you know, you cannot blame him for his choice of sweets, because deputies say a security camera showed 42-year-old John Castor burglarizing the Red Wing restaurant in Groveland. The restaurant's owner told police that Castor broke into the restaurant through a back porch screen. An arrest report said Castor had a small dog and a backpack with him as he ate a cobbler dessert right out of the pan. You pig.
No.
Right out of the pan.
He didn't dirty a plate.
Man, you're rolling the dice breaking into anything in Groveland, dude. I'm telling you straight up.
But I do question their security methods. He broke through a screen door.
Yeah, a back porch screen.
Oh, a back porch screen.
Yeah, because all restaurants have a porch on the back.
Well, I don't know. This is Groveland.
Right.
Now,
so they keep their extra fridge.
How'd they get it? All he wanted was the dessert?
Seriously. Well, no. He wasn't dumb. He ate the cobbler because he probably didn't have room in his backpack for the cobbler.
Okay.
Because deputies said Castor left the restaurant on his bicycle, making a speedy getaway before he was arrested. Just like you, Jack, after your 2 ice cream cakes for your birthday, you got to take a bike ride.
Absolutely.
Officials say while searching Castor, they found a stainless steel pan filled with cobbler, a lava cake, and a large tub of vanilla ice cream.
Come on!
A large tub
on his bike?
On vanilla ice cream on his person, according to how the arrest report.
How do you carry all that?
Tell this guy I want to adopt him tomorrow. I want to adopt this kid. Get this kid a home.
When this homeless man goes into jail, what happens to the dog?
I don't know. What happens to the cobbler and the lava cake?
He has it on him, plus a gallon or 2 of ice cream.
Exactly.
Which works well in Florida.
Do you think the police eat it?
Oh, no,
not
no
after
way.
They've seen
They're not,
yeah.
Trust me, they're
What
not
about
rolling the
the
dice
ice
with
cream?
anything that
If
guy
the ice
touches.
cream's still sealed, you think it comes back like they're waiting around? You think they're like, hey, you want some?
Hey, you dip your finger in there and see if it's okay. I don't know.
Dope. I got to tell you,
Meth
some
mouth
peach
was
cobbler
all
and ice
over
cream.
that.
Cobbler and ice cream sounds good as hell right
Doesn't
now.
it?
I got to tell
Doesn't
you.
it? Well, the items stolen from the restaurant were worth almost $200.
Get out of here. No, it wasn't.
Well, that was cobbler, lava cake, and a large tub of vanilla ice cream, plus the emotional distress.
Is stealing that stuff worse than insurance fraud?
I don't know, Jimmy.
God almighty.
No, Jimmy, if you base it on retail price.
Yeah, all the ingredients that it took to make the cobbler.
You may have something there,
What
Jack.
they're going to turn around and sell it for, it's, a couple
Retail
$100.
value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, this ice cream's not cheap, by the way.
No.
Boy. You get those
And he had a
2-gallon
whole
containers.
tub. All right.
You should never have or own a tub of anything.
I'm a believer.
You should
in that.
not, ever.
A new study from grocery delivery service Instacart is listing the most popular Easter candies purchased around the country, including here in Florida. Instacart released a list of the top 10 Easter candies purchased in the country. And what do you think? And the number one treats favored in each state. Now, according to Instacart, the number one choice here in Florida was
peanut M&Ms.
No. For Easter candy?
Easter candy.
Jelly beans.
Peeps.
What kind of jelly beans?
Oh, get out of here. He didn't win with jelly beans.
Yeah, he did.
Sure did.
Jelly
Who wants
belly
jelly beans?
Starburst jelly beans,
Oh,
Jimmy.
yeah, take that,
Son
Jimmy.
Of a bitch.
Now,
I'm in.
Instacart says America's top 10 candies, and this first one I'm going to mention, if you haven't seen it, you have to go on TikTok and look for the air fryer recipe for this bad boy. Cadbury cream eggs. Apparently, you wrap them in a little pastry, you rub them with a little butter, you put them in an air fryer, and
Right.
hello.
Really?
After Cadbury cream eggs comes another favorite, Reese's peanut butter cups. In this case, would be the eggs. Starburst jelly beans, mini chocolate eggs, Hershey's Kisses, M&Ms, Lint's milk chocolate bunny.
Nice. That's good.
Tail or the ears first? Where do you start? Butter, ears?
I'm an ear first kind of guy.
Ear. Okay. Jimmy,
Start
your
at
ear
the
too, or do you start with the
We're
butt?
not communists. My God, Deb.
I don't know.
Because if
Have you looked around?
If you start with the feet, it can't stand anymore. You're committed. But if you
I don't
start
want-
with the ears, you can still put it down and have it, at least stand upright.
Well, what if you start
And
with
I
the
don't want it
tail?
to hear me. I don't want it to hear me eating its head.
Yeah.
Okay, after the chocolate bunny comes up, Brock's Jelly Bird eggs.
I don't
even know what that is.
Yeah.
Heaps marshmallow chicks, and Hershey's chocolate candy eggs.
Really, God,
Yeah.
a lot of candy. You know what the most brilliant candy idea is? It has to be
Gummy
the Hershey's
Nerd
Kiss, right?
clusters?
Well, no, those things are too much. But as far as the Hershey's Kiss, that thing is good for Christmas. It's good for birthdays. It's good for Easter. They have created a magnificent little candy there because it is multi-generational or holiday worthy.
Not only that, but they finally clued in on how much more money they can make when you can individualize it. So for a lot of weddings now, you can get Hershey Kisses with, for your wedding party, or there's all kinds of ways you can actually personalize them, which is brilliant because
it is.
You don't have to just wait to find them in the store.
I like the ones that they threw some almonds in there.
Oh, yeah.
I got to tell you, though, as far as
stuff.
the Cadbury egg is the most overrated of all of the Easter.
No, it's not.
Of the Easter.
I've
and I'll tell
never
you why.
had one, and I have no desire
know
to eat
why?
one.
The inside is like 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Yeah,
That's all.
no,
It's just a big blob of sugar.
I'll tell you why the Cadbury egg isn't nearly as good as it had been, because they stopped using the English Cadbury chocolate, and that was the difference maker. Cadbury eggs were good because of the Cadbury chocolate, period. That inside, when it would, melt with the melted chocolate, but now the chocolate they use is waxier. It doesn't melt as good.
That's American chocolate.
Terrible.
Cadbury chocolate from
the
England
best.
is a lot better.
It is a lot better. Okay,
See, I don't
finally.
like this stuff. I don't like the stuff in the middle, though. I would scrape that out, just eat the chocolate. I can't. It's too much.
Just on the commercial, I'd see it. I'm like, no way. I'm
Oh no,
eating
you
that.
put your tongue in the middle.
Ew.
Okay, anyway.
Whoa, Dad.
So,
okay.
Enough about my Easter. A new study is revealing what Floridians dream about the most, and it's pretty scary. This is from Fox 35, and according to the website My Vision.
Scary?
Yeah, because what do you think tends to star in a lot of Floridians' dreams more than anything else in the state of Florida?
Eaten by an alligator.
Shark.
Alligator.
Is it gator?
Gator.
Nailed
Ding,
it.
ding, ding.
Jack is on fire. Give yourself a ding.
Another
Jack.
ding.
Give me a ding, too, just because you're there.
Give me a ding just because I'm doing the story.
Oh.
He knew it was coming.
This guy's a worst.
So according to the website My Vision, it found this out by using Google search data. Now, nationwide, the site says the top 10 most common dreams that cause people to fire up their Google are losing teeth, which, although it sounds terrible, it's supposed to mean you have good news to share.
Oh, I thought it meant you felt like you were losing control or didn't have control of your life.
No, I've always heard it means you have something good to share, and I'm like, I don't know if you realize what losing your teeth means. Number 2, snakes. Number 3, horses. Ayo. Number 4, love interest. Number 5, being pregnant. 6 is spiders.
What about being naked in your class?
Nowhere. Number 7, an X. Number 8, tornadoes. Oh, I used to have so many tornado dreams.
Really?
Yes. Tornado dreams, I've been told, usually means there's a lot of, turmoil in your in your life. Cats, number 9. Number 10 is a cheating partner, which is interesting because the study also broke down the most common dreams for people living in major cities. And in the city beautiful, residents tend to dream about a cheating partner more than anything else.
Wow, crazy. Did we get designated as one of those cities that has a lot of that happening because of the
convention business?
Yeah, the convention business and the fact that people are coming in town and staying for a couple weeks, right? Yeah,
I think so. You know what I think it was, Jimmy? I think it was because of the amount of searches on Ashley Madison.
I think so.
I think it was because they found data. Because you remember...
Because Vegas was number 1 by 1 million. And
Casey
I think New York
Anthony
was there.
trial.
Yeah?
The prosecutor whose name had been discovered in the files of the Ashley Madison.
I'm not throwing out a name now.
I'm not. Our texting service will do that for us at 77031. Yeah, but there were quite...
Jeff Ashton?
Jeff Ashton. That's
who was played by
that's
Rob Lowe in the TV movie?
Exactly. Who was one of the prosecutors in the Casey Anthony
Dead
case.
ringer.
Yeah, he was his name was found in that Ashley Madison database. I think that's how they determined the cheating partner thing. Either way, y'all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Tomorrow morning is a great time to listen in as that mortgage guy, Don, as he hosts the Home Loans Radio show right here on Real Radio 104.1 every Saturday morning. The best news is, though, you can get your questions about the home buying and mortgage process answered right now by going to homeloansradio.com. Look for the Ask Don bubble. Type your question right there at your desk on your phone with no fear of ever being added to a spam list, and there is no obligation. See for yourself at homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Use the talkback. That's right. You can do that. iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio and leave one. Make it funny. If not, we'll roast you. It'll be fun, too. Ember's Only coming up next.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. From the driveway.com Weather Center.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Got a warm, steamy day for you across Central Florida on this Friday. 86 your high. Expect some passing showers and storms pretty much at any time today, but emphasis on the late morning through the PM hours. East-northeast winds at 5 to 15 as a weak front slips through the region. Your rain chance in that range of about 40%. Again, scattered to isolated showers and storms around. 68 tonight, partly cloudy, mild, quiet. Some patchy fog late with light winds, upper 60s. Warm highs on Saturday with a rain chance at 10%. Looks like a hot high at about 90 degrees on Saturday. By Easter Sunday, we'll have some showers later in the morning, some scattered storms for the PM with Easter highs at 87, lows at 67. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Try a toasted cheesesteak, mouth-watering meatball, or classic Italian hoagie. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Man, are you still in glasses? It's 2022. Time to level up your vision. The team over at the Filatowski Eye Institute used the latest state-of-the-art technology in vision correction surgery, and they're actually one of the leaders in vision correction surgery here in Central Florida. Changed my son's life. My father-in-law changed his life as well, and tens of thousands of Central Floridians, and you can have that same experience. Find out if you're a candidate today. Text 1041 to 868686. Schedule that consultation right now. And if money's a concern, do not stress. The Filatowski Eye Institute offers 24-month interest-free financing. Learn more today. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your consultation now.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC's blowing hot air.
Voted the top HVAC company by the robots we hired to vote for us.
Yes, my air conditioner is...
For AC repair, press 1. Fine. Are you sure it's actually broken?
Well, yes, it's blowing hot.
Have you considered fixing it yourself?
No.
Could try YouTube. Might be a video about air conditioners.
No, I actually want a professional...
Saw a video yesterday with a cat on a bicycle. Hilarious.
How would that help?
Might make you feel better about the whole broken air conditioner thing.
This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Right, I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have an AC problem, you need a professional solution. An expert who can diagnose your system right away and get the air blowing frosty cold again. That's the Frank Gay way.
I found it! Look at him with his little helmet.
FrankGayServices.com.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates.
Hey, if you're listening to this, you deserve rewards from Racetrack. For what, you might ask? For whatever. For having great taste in hot dog toppings. For keeping the tank full. So, sign up for Racetrack Rewards and get rewarded with a free large fountain drink or coffee. Plus, you could save up to 27 cents a gallon at the pump. Download the app to join. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going. Offer valid for 7 days after sign-up. $1 initial purchase required. 27-cent savings aggregated discounts from 3 separate programs. Limitations apply. See fuelsavingstrio.com for details.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number? Not me. Nuh-uh. Oh no. He's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, succulent, seared. The brioche roll, buttery and toasty. The Parmesan crisps, crunchy, tangy. The secret aioli, creamy and rich. All those words, but when you have a bite, you might just be left speechless. Panera's new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. Enjoy $1 delivery fee when you order on our app. Restrictions apply. For details, visit panerabread.com/delivery info.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand. Kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry. Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by The Original Mattress Factory.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Just a quick question. Do you really believe everybody was Kung Fu fighting? Just something to ponder upon this Friday afternoon. Have a great weekend and happy Easter, you guys.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. What was she saying? I didn't pick up half that. What was that?
You got to listen, Jimmy.
I know, buddy.
She asked you if we're expected to believe that everybody was Kung Fu fighting.
Because that's a lot to ask.
It really is. And not many people were. I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Well, Carl Douglas says different.
He does. And he did. God rest his soul. Is he dead?
I don't know. Now I got to check. Whenever
All
you
right, for us.
prematurely kill like a person or a restaurant, I always feel the need to check.
Well, do the research for me, Jack. We'll do this stuff on the fly. Why do it before the show? There's no reason,
Carl,
really.
did you say Douglas?
No, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, Carl Douglas.
already
Kung Fu
killed
fighter.
him.
79 years old, born in Jamaica, and alive.
Well,
I was talking about a different Carl
yeah,
Douglas.
of course you were.
I think he was a friend of Mel Gibson's or something. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Ross will be back with us Monday. He's up in Little Rock doing some stand-up. We'll have Embers Only for you here in a second. I'm really happy to tell you about this cigar. These actually have become one of my favorites. I have had 3 boxes of these so far, and every single one of them gets better and better. And this one is maybe my best of this brand, and it really is. It's an FSG, but man, the way they make this cigar is just so good. We'll get to that in 1 second. Jack, did we get an email? Has anybody found a big green egg yet? Oh, they didn't, did they?
Oh, man. Now you're rooting for it. I know I am. No notification yet that anyone has found it.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure that everything's fine, that everybody is healthy out there and has transportation and a way to go find the big green egg that I hid. And then the wonderful poem.
oh.
I'm the master, you know. Say it, Deb.
What, that maybe the puzzle master can help you write trivia?
Oh, puzzle master. Super happy about this. Search Your Ace Off is still going. The clues are all up. realradio.fm/ace. All the information you need to find it is right there. God, you know what's so funny? I just realized I actually put 2 more clues in this than I really wanted to.
Oh, wow.
If I said one thing, if I just simply said, if you do this, you would look at that poem and go, no joke. And you would more than likely find it in it wouldn't be long after that. I will tell you, it would not be long after that.
Well, tell the people then.
How about a clue every hour on Monday?
A clue every hour on Monday.
You start at 3 o'clock, you give the county.
I think I may do that, Jack. I like that. I don't want this to go on too long. I don't want people to dislike my my confidence. I don't want people to start thinking that
that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's like
this is just for the radio. I don't really do. I'm not like this really. This is just for the radio. This is my on-air bit that I do. Usually off the air, mega humble and really just humble. There's really no other way to put it. The whir and the bubble. What could that mean?
Oh, boy.
Whatever could that mean? The heart of this place.
I wonder how many people are actually looking for it. Because
a lot. I mean,
well, we can definitely tell that it's definitely been one of the most popular web pages, like people search on the website. So
here's what I don't want to, being honest here, kind of sliding out of that. I don't want people to look at it and think it's not achievable, because when you read it at first, it seems overwhelming because it doesn't seem to say anything. But I promise you 100%, if you sat down and you read that and you really, really poured over it and considered everything that's written, that it would jump out on you. When I told the guys kind of how I used the words to kind of craft the idea, they just kept, so everything made perfect sense. Did it not, guys? I mean, did it not make perfect sense when I explained it?
Yeah, well, you also gave me history that I never heard before.
Yeah,
that's fine, but that's part of it. You gotta do work. I'm not gonna give you $1,000 grill for just sitting on your big fat ass.
I'm not.
Hey,
time out.
I don't have an ass.
I'm not searching for it because I'm not eligible to win, but
I'm not general. You can't expect. Look, I've already given out 2 of these things, and I had to look at Tools Ace Order and go, "Yeah, I failed you miserably all day."
You could give one to Jack.
Yeah,
I'm not giving Jack anything.
One. Come on,
you go find. Well, you can't do that.
Yeah,
he knows where it is. You can have it
because I know it's located in one of the 3 counties.
And you're
discussed.
right there, man. People are, they are fed. They think it's at Lake Eola like crazy. And look, I'm not saying it's not, but I mean, Lake Eola, a real popular place.
I love the confidence of where people come at with wrong answers.
Yeah.
I know it's at Econ Park. Okay.
Well, we got a couple Casadillas.
Yeah. Happy searching.
That's on in play, though. That's Volusia County, guys. Like, Volusia County is like DeLand, DeBary, Deltona, all those areas. That's Volusia.
Oh, yeah.
It is not in Volusia County.
Ooh.
Seminole, Orange, or Osceola. That's it. And look, if you look at the past of how I've hidden this thing, even that should tell you a little something. Good Lord, it's like I'm writing it on the damn wall for you.
Oh, keep boasting, Jim. Keep boasting.
Let's do Embers Only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars,
You deserve
spirits,
that. Get in line.
and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Preach,
Embers
Jack.
Only. Embers Only. Brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. We absolutely love Jess Borswitz and his cigar lounges, and they are really... When you say cigar store, it really not doing it service. These are cigar lounges. These places are specifically built from the ground up to do one thing only, and that is enjoy premium cigars. That's exactly how Jeff would have it, no other way. And he does a very good job at blending whiskeys as well. He was just doing another one. They have a whole new series coming out soon of these blended whiskeys, and this guy's superpower. I actually put this on Facebook the other day. I was like, man, I don't know what happened to you, but you have learned how to blend these beautiful whiskeys, and they're insane. I'm telling you, the Maker's Mark blend from him is one of the best ones I've ever tried in my entire life. It is so good. As a matter of fact, it's so good, I only drink that whiskey occasionally because I want every drop to last as long as possible, and that's just one of like 9 that he has in there as well. Of course, all the great cigars you could ever want, humidors, cutters, lighters, all the accessories to make your house that perfect cigar lounge, and great help if you're just beginning or if you're a seasoned smoker. The wonderful people at Corona will point you in the right direction and get you the cigar that will really set off the perfect evening for you. We love these guys. This week's cigar of the week is the Cordoba and Morales Finca Santa Fe FSG Cameroon. That's a whole bunch. But basically what you're looking at here is a Cordoba and Morales FSG Cameroon cigar. The Cameroon is the wrapper. This cigar is just your normal size cigar, like a Corona size cigar, but it is absolutely wonderful. Florida sun-grown tobacco's inside. That beautiful, by the way, Nicaraguan tobacco's inside, and that beautiful Cameroon wrapper. You're talking a semi-sweet, medium cigar that smokes so perfectly. And these are super premium cigars. So when you smoke these cigars, you're going to get a lot of different flavors. Some spice in there, some beautiful cedar flavors in there, and you just really have to take your time smoking one because there's so much happening on your palate. They're $23 a piece. I told you it's premium, and this is one that you have to get at least once. It is the Cordoba and Morales Finca Santa Fe FSG Cameroon. That's the important part, the Cameroon. They're $23 each. When you go in, just tell them you heard it right here on the Jim Colbert Show. Grab that cigar, enjoy it. You are going to absolutely love it. It's a perfect cigar for... Can you smoke on Easter?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easter it is. Smoke away. Enjoy yourself.
Jesus wants you to.
Okay, very good. You pick them up right now at Corona Cigar. You can always find them online at coronacigar.com, and 3 lounges to serve you: Heathrow, downtown, and Sand Lake Road. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show. For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
We're looking at stop traffic due to a crash heading south on 417 between Boggy Creek Road and Landstar Boulevard, taking up the left lane. Eastbound travel on I-4 heavy still between Osceola Parkway and 535, as well as westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. Northbound 417 is also slow between I-Drive and John Young Parkway. The Beach Line accident-free. See traffic problems? Call the Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Gas prices are high, so ride Amtrak and fuel your adventurous side without breaking your travel budget. Amtrak gets you there with more money in your wallet. Book in advance and save up to 20% at Amtrak.com. Restrictions and exclusions apply.
Wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company? They chose Rebath. Here's why. Stellar reputation. Not to mention, these guys have been in the business for 31 years. Not to mention, their franchises, all the proper license, all the proper insurance. They're dependable. They have standards performance to make sure you get the bathroom you pay for on time every time. And they even background check their employees. That's why the big box stores knew they'd have no problem partnering up with guys at Rebath. Not to mention, they're good people as well. And man, can they build you a gorgeous bathroom. If you go to the website, rebathmidfla.com, you can see the before and afters right there. It's amazing. And if you want to actually feel these products, that's easy as well. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. That's where you'll find the showroom. When you walk in, you're going to see some models set up. And that's exactly what they are, models. That's just to show you what the products look like. Every bathroom from Rebath is a custom bathroom. But we're talking marble travertine and all those beautiful colors. And Rebath does everything. Tubs, toilets, tiles, lighting, cabinetry. It's all right there. You meet up with one of their design team members and you guys design a bathroom that is going to absolutely blow you away, whether it be a guest or a major bathroom, main bathroom. These guys can help you out for sure. Like I said, drop by the website, look at the before and afters, then book your appointment. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Make no payments for 120 days with approved credit, and now, for a limited time, Nations Trucks is going to hook you up with $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any truck purchase. If you buy a lifted F-150, $500 in free gas. Maybe you're looking to buy a Ram 3500 dually, you get $500 in free diesel fuel. Lifted Chevy Z71, that's right, $500 in free gas. No matter what type of truck you're looking for, Nations Trucks has it on the lot right now. So visit nationstrucks.com and start driving the truck that you deserve today.
Cheer on your back-to-back Stanley Cup champions with an ice-cold Miller Lite. Miller Lite, the original light beer, is the perfect companion for watching the game at Amalie Arena, a watch party with your friends, or on the couch at home. Miller Lite. Celebrate responsibly.
Bring on the cold foam, or sweet with our smooth and velvety sweet cold foam. We've got the perfect sips. DD Perks members can enjoy a medium for $3. America runs on Dunkin'.
Exclusions, additional charges, and terms may apply. Participation may vary.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per 1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/2/22.
The Hyatt Regency Orlando has a number of opportunities, including management roles in food and beverage. Join the Hyatt Regency Orlando hiring event April 19th from 3 to 6 at 9801 International Drive. Wages $15 per hour and up, plus excellent benefits after 30 days.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our show streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders. This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, y'all, I've been following all the clues. I can tell you for sure it's not in Destin and Fort Walton because I've been looking everywhere.
That's a little out of the area there, Killer. I'm not going to tell you to stop looking, though. Who knows? All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that on this beautiful Friday. Hope you have a big weekend planned. Hope you had a good week at work. And I hope you have a good, productive weekend coming up for sure.
Yeah, happy Easter and happy Passover.
Yeah, no joke. I'm in Jim, Deb, and Jack are here. Today's Good Friday, too, right?
Yes. Absolutely. Actually, Jimmy, it's a great Friday if you're with us.
Right, there's no question there, Jack. What is that supposed to signify, Deborah? I'm not 1,000 on that.
Good Friday is actually a misnomer, really. I mean, because it's the day that Christ was crucified.
Okay.
So he was hung on the cross at noon. I believe the cloth at the temple ripped at 3.
So So why did he get the name Good Friday then?
Because he fulfilled his biblical promise as the Lamb of God.
There you go. All right, so Easter coming up this weekend. Everybody have.
Did I do good, Jack?
Ding.
Thank you. And of course, Passover is the spirit of death coming to get the firstborn of the Egyptian Pharaoh, who had decided the last plague when he had, to Moses. And so the lamb's blood over the door and the eating of unleavened bread and bitter herbs and apples signifies the Jewish flight out of Egypt after thousands of years of slavery.
I saw that Yul Brynner movie.
Hey, you know what?
I'm hoping it's on this weekend.
We're going to talk to Amy Drew Thompson here in a few minutes with Primetime Kitchen, and one of the stories is about things you can eat over Passover, like desserts. Because I didn't know this, but I guess grains.
No, you can't
flour?
have anything leavened. You can't have anything that rises. So, because the unleavened bread represented how they didn't have time to wait for the bread to rise; they had to just bake it and go. So, or it was meant to represent that. So it's actually a very intense time for Jewish families. The more conservative and orthodox you are, because you're supposed to go through your entire home, every single inch, and find anything that's crumbs of anything that could be leavened, anything from crumbs from bread, and you have to take it in the backyard and burn it. And it's so for a lot of Jewish families, because it's so intense, the amount of cleaning that you have to do. A lot of families will then go to some like hotels and whatever that specialize, that know that certain foods, you can't eat your cheeses on the same plate that you eat your meats, and you have to have your separate culinary. You have to have your separate plates.
Man, that's a lot.
That
is a lot.
It's a very, very serious tradition. I believe Passover is considered one of the high holy days.
Is that all? I mean, is that all Jewish families? I mean, is that only conservative Jews, or is that progressive Jews? Do they do it as well? It doesn't matter if you're Jewish; you are bound to these rites.
Well, I mean, of course, the more the more religious your family is. Possibly the more strict you are about observing that.
That goes for Christians as well, though.
Yeah, exactly. Some families will just get together with the Seder without necessarily worrying so much about cleaning the house of any leavened bread products.
Right.
But
Catholics, the Catholics don't do that, though, right? With the bread stuff. Catholics just follow the Lent thing with the fish or...
Well, Lent is 40 days and 40 nights, right? The time that Jesus spent in the desert.
Right.
And the reason for, Jack, I'm not completely sure why you're supposed to. Now, technically, in the old day, during Lent, you weren't supposed to have any meat of any kind. But then they finally switched that to just Fridays, where you would have fish on Fridays and not eat meat.
And Ash Wednesday.
Right.
And it's supposed to be a time of sacrifice and giving something up, kind of a self-discipline thing as well. But I've heard one story where it was really to prop up the fish market at the time.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Well, I don't know. That's just...
Wow.
Well, I had always heard
Q sent me, so...
was because Jesus was called the fisher of men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, of course, that was another... You know that symbol you see on the back of vehicles,
Yeah.
the two simple
Christian
lines?
fish. Right,
Well,
yeah.
You know how that came about? Was because in the early days of Christianity, when they were being persecuted, you couldn't
Right.
talk about Christ openly. So if you were talking to someone and they made a half circle in the sand and you followed it and put another half circle to form a fish, that meant you knew it was safe to talk to each other about Christ.
Wow.
See, all those years in all-girls school really paid off.
Wow, it did, because this is fascinating. I'm
It is.
serious. I had no idea. Here's the thing. I grew up in a Pentecostal house. For me, I didn't really follow the tenets of Easter that much. I mean, I knew what it meant, but for me as a kid, it meant
Easter eggs,
Easter bunny cakes, and Easter eggs, and hunting, and hanging out with the family, and having a good dinner. The actuality of what it was, I didn't learn until I was older, and then still it didn't just hold. It doesn't. I don't know, man.
And then the Easter egg and the rabbit, now that has nothing to do with Christianity or Judaism.
No, I know
That's
that, yeah.
paganism.
Yeah, completely.
That's pagan because the egg, all life on earth starts with an egg. And of course, rabbits are revered for fertility because they do it all the time and they're always having babies. So at the same time of the year, you have three different kind of religious beliefs between Christianity, Judaism, and paganism.
Well, it says here on the texting service, Mayim Bialik, I should say.
Yeah.
Posted a TikTok about all the things that she does in her home for Passover, and they said it's pretty crazy.
It is intense. It is very intense. And it's a lot of pressure, I mean, going through, I know for a lot of Jewish moms, my best friend is Jewish, and growing up, with 5 kids and worrying about, I mean, you've got leavened bread products under somebody's bed.
You're doing that look, let me just ask. Because if you're hosting a party and you're Jewish and you're having a Jewish family come over, I mean, is there something? I'm not joking.
No,
I'm legitimately asking this question. Is there like somebody come over and inspect it to make sure that they're not going to have their rituals in a home that is unclean? Is there a designated person that goes to the house and says, it looks like it's fine, let's come in?
I mean, if you're a Hasidic Jew, it could be your rabbi. And that would be a big deal.
That is bananas.
That would be a big deal. I mean, and to be hosting a Seder anyway, I mean, that's one of the best moments I ever had with my best friend and her late father, God rest his soul, was when he welcomed me to his Seder table. He was so proud of that. But, Jack, what were you going to...
No, I don't want to interrupt. Go tell your story, kiddo.
just that, yeah. So
I was just going to call out Jimmy, but...
call him out.
I just think... Mr. Colbert, people might get a little sensitive when you refer to their religious practices as crazy and bananas. I was gonna wait for you to do the third one for the hat trick. That's what I was waiting for. But
if you would have given me a second, I would have fulfilled that dream of yours, because it is bananas. Look, I'm not casting any doubt on anybody's religion, but that kind of stuff to me is, and I'm not even saying it's silly, but just to go through your entire house to make sure there's not a crumb of leavened bread in your house so that you can have this religious thing.
It's not so you can have it. It's the reason why you don't have the leavened bread products. It's not. Yeah. It's not because if you've got a crumb, people can't come over to your house for the Seder. It's about what the leavened bread product represents. And the more religious a family, the more they adhere to the traditions of their faith, being around the holidays.
Wow.
So
I never knew any of that about. I did not know that was. It was. I knew it was a very, very important holiday to Jews, but I had no idea it was like that. Like you roll through your house to prepare your house for that. Now, do they have? Is the Easter dinners the same thing? I assume.
For the Passover Seder, there's
Seder. I'm sorry. Yes.
There's specific dishes that are served. Like I said, the bitter herbs, the unleavened bread, and all of them represent something that the Jews went through in their enslavement in Egypt. The bitter herbs represents that, right? The bitterness of enslavement.
Damn, man. I need to read more about this, I guess.
The shank bone.
I have not informed myself about these traditions in with Jews and Easter. I did not. I just considered it ignorance. I just did not know it was like this.
Well, their calendar, interestingly enough, normally Passover and Easter don't normally necessarily land with each other. It's just this year it happened that Easter and Passover happened in relative proximity. They usually do, but they go by two different calendars. I believe the Judaism calendar is determined by it's lunar, And the Christianity calendar, how it's the first full moon in April after March 21st is how we determine Easter. But we probably have an expert who can tell you even more than I can.
We have somebody that can help us out, Jack?
Thank you.
No, we've got Boone on the line. He has a searcher ace-off question, but because, without Ross, he's been calling about 15 times, and I just saw the phone ring.
Very good. Well, we have to go to break, so Boone's going to have to wait. Or do we want to go to Boone now? All right, let's make it quick. Come on.
Go ahead, Boone.
Boone, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? So, quick question. Me and my family were in Disney Springs for about 5 hours yesterday.
Oh man, why?
It can't be in there, correct? Is that private property? It's not in there?
He can't tell you, man.
Yeah, we can't tell you, Boone.
He can't tell you.
Oh.
But it seems like 5 hours would be enough time for a pretty exhaustive search. So if you didn't find it,
exhausted all options.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me help you out. It's not in Disney Springs. There you go.
Oh, breaking news!
There you go. That's breaking news.
It's not in Disney Springs.
It's not in Disney Springs. It's not on Disney property. There you go. There's a clue for it. There's an early clue that I swore myself I'd never do.
Oh.
It is not on Disney property.
You got it out of him, Boone.
There you go.
I love you,
and by the way, thanks, buddy.
We love you too, man. Thank you for
sorry
being.
about your 5 hours.
I know, Jimmy.
I know.
Look at what you're doing to people. Look at what you're doing to people.
Yeah.
We spent 5 hours in Disney Springs.
We never thought about the other side of this because Jimmy was always so focused on someone finding it so quickly. But now with Jimmy's big win, you've got hundreds of people out there spending hundreds of hours looking.
Yes,
literally. And all but one are going to be disappointed.
Oh.
I could only hope that there are at least 50 people wandering around Disney Springs, and at the same time they all yelled F when they heard me say that.
Okay, that
and
I'm
then
with you on.
immediately
I'm with you
ran
on
to the
that.
exit. I hope that happened. I want that security footage. By the way, you're not going to. I'm not insultable. Let me help you out real quick. So when you say that I only make fun of it because I'm ignorant, you are absolutely correct. I admit it freely.
Yeah.
I am ignorant to a lot of this information, which is why I ask questions.
And that's why it's not fair to say it's ignorant.
I think it is.
Well, no, because it's such a pejorative now. Ignorant means you just don't know. You're not.
Okay,
Right, yeah.
all right.
I don't take it personally because ignorance just means I don't know, and I do not. So
I'm
they're
just,
accurate.
Sister Jacqueline's just happy that is full semester of Old Testament finally came to pass
Bravo,
for me. So
Deb. By
she's
the way,
very happy
bravo.
about that.
All right, 407-916-1041 Primetime Kitchen up next with Amy Drew Thompson.
If you like us here, like us everywhere. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
We're still looking at stop traffic south on 417 due to a crash taking up the left lane between Boggy Creek Road and Landstar Boulevard. It's slow too northbound between I-Drive and John Young Parkway. Eastbound travel on I-4 still heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're seeing heavy delays westbound too between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're in good shape on the 408. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. When you apply for a home loan, there are different options depending on your situation and needs. With Rocket Mortgage, you can see how different down payments, monthly payments, and closing costs will impact your loan and your budget. When you need a lender who works for you, Rocket can.
And Tools Ace Hardwares, what a great partner these guys are. Of course, handed out the Big Green Egg for the Search Your Ace Off contest. And by the way, all 11 stores are loaded up with the best grills out there. Of course, the Big Green Egg is in there. Weber, Traeger, Napoleon. And that new Weber Genesis grill, the propane grill, is one of the most amazing. That's what Code Black has, and it is unbelievably good. Plus, they refill propane, have every flavor of wood pellet, chip, or chunk in stock, not to mention the Brazilian hardwood charcoals as well. Sauces and rubs from national brands and local brands, including our very own rubs and spices for beef, chicken, and pork. Free assembly and delivery always. And they even have a service tech specializing in grills to help you with any repair or warranty issues. 11 convenient locations. Your dream grill is waiting on you right now at toolsacehardware.com.
This hour of talk is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice.
But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because Slice to Order makes a sub above.
Why Safe Touch? Safe Touch cameras are event-driven, watching for events before they happen, alerting you immediately so you can react. For $39.95 a month, get 3-color cameras, 24-hour recording, secure storage, and more. Visit safetouch.com for a free survey and demonstration. License numbers EF233LVA.
Picture the perfect international vacation. Historic architecture, quaint cafes, beautiful beaches. It sounds great. Now imagine getting there. You've got a 14-hour cramped flight, a long wait in customs, and a whole lot of jet lag to look forward to. Introducing a new way to travel, intranationally. Get all that international charm without ever leaving the country. Get all the culture, cuisine, and beaches right here in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Travel intranationally. Visit floridashistoriccoast.com to learn more.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got some kind of a leak at my kitchen sink.
Sorry, we can't take your call. We've all gone to a self-improvement seminar.
But there's water leaking all over the...
However, there's still hope if you'll just wait a few hours longer.
Hours?
But waiting is good. It's a chance to reconsider your choices in life.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Above all, be present. Don't dismiss your feelings.
Not worried about my feelings. There's water going everywhere.
Try to see this as an opportunity, a way to grow as a person.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
True enough, but you didn't call Frank Gay.
Not this time.
The universe is sending you a message. You just need to hear it.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you heard the message? Hello? Are you still there?
FrankGayServices.com.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
What are the core values at International Diamond Center?
Integrity, stand behind your product, be involved in the community, give back if you've been blessed, and take care of your people.
That's Keith LeClaire at IDC, who along with his wife Peggy just announced the creation of the Fifth Sea Foundation, the charitable arm of IDC.
When God blesses you, you want to be able to reach out to make a difference in the lives of so many different people.
Peggy, Keith, and the rest of the IDC family created the Fifth Sea Foundation to focus on 3 key initiatives: give kids a chance, support military families, and end human trafficking.
Pick the ones that are closest to your heart, stay true to it, provide, and help society. That's what IDC is all about.
The Fifth Sea Foundation, a focused and more impactful approach to making a difference in our community, helping to fund and volunteering with organizations that align with IDC and the LeClaire family mission.
This is my passion.
International Diamond Center, family owned for more than 35 years, blessed with tens of thousands of loyal customers, and honored to give back to our community.
It's prom season, and this week the free iHeartRadio app is getting you set for an epic night with our iHeartRadio prom playlist. Whether you're getting ready for your prom or looking to relive an unforgettable night from years ago, we've got the playlist to get you dancing and maybe even look up your crush on socials.
Oh, he's married to who?
Want to create your own? Create a playlist filled with the prom songs you want. Name it, save it, even share it with friends, all for free. Get started when you download the free iHeartRadio app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
That's right, guys. Time for another Primetime Kitchen here on Real Radio 104.1, featuring our good friend Amy Drew Thompson. We'll get to Amy Drew in just 1 second. First things first, Primetime Kitchen brought to you by our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. We just told you they are your grilling headquarters. If you want the best grills out there, that's where they are. A Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, a Napoleon, plus all the accessories, all the great smoking woods, all rubs and spices and marinades, all waiting for you right now. Your weekend will never be the same with one of these things. These grills are simply amazing. 11 locations throughout Central Florida. Find yours today. Your dream grill awaits at toolsacehardware.com. Guys, a big round of applause for our good friend, Miss Amy Drew Thompson.
Yay!
How you guys doing?
What's going on? Just being
I'm
total
just having
broadcast.
a little laugh with Jack over there.
Yeah, total broadcast professionals. That's all we're doing. I don't know about you.
We're getting it done.
It's like to nail it right off the bat every time. How you doing, man? How was your week?
I'm doing all right. The week was good, and let's hope we all stick the landing. How's that?
Let's all. I agree 100%. My wife told me tonight we're going out drinking, so I was super happy to hear that. She goes, I feel like I'm going to get my drink on tonight. I go, well, I guess I'll just be right beside you. So we have a plan, which is good.
That's awesome. A plan is all you need.
It's all we need for sure. Hey, let's just start with this because we were just talking about it. And based on your story here, it says, no grain, no pain. Pass hour desserts are easy with some Orlando local goodies. Now, I honestly, I plead complete ignorance. I had no idea that bread or leavened bread or risen bread, I guess, was a problem. I say a problem was, part of this whole thing. So obviously, our Jewish friends need somewhere to find desserts and stuff for Easter weekend.
Yes, if you are going to, well, they would consider it Passover weekend, but yes.
Passover, I'm sorry, yeah.
And yeah, if you're observing in the traditional sense, then you're not partaking of bread in the traditional sense, but matzah is okay. And so chocolate covered matzah from Peterbrook. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Also, that banana cake that you guys are always coming down hard on me because it's a flourless banana cake. 2J's has a delicious banana cake, and I came across it because, of course, being flour-free means it's gluten-free, something that my autistic nephews could have for birthday cake. So that banana cake at 2J's, don't sleep on that.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm gonna have to try that. That's just what I need in my life to have more cake.
You do. You have no double chin. You have nothing to worry about.
Amy Drew, do you have like notes in your phone on when you hear of other places like oh, that's a place I have to go? Do you have like a list of places that you have that you have to kind of visit in the future?
I have a giant dry erase board that's like the size of a continent that I'm constantly writing on and erasing. And then I take pictures of it just in case I erase something by accident because I have to write things down. There's just too many things and time goes by and sometimes a new restaurant will pop up, but I like to give people time before I pop in. So I'll make a note of when it's cool for me to go there after they've been open a while. I keep a big running list.
They probably have an app for that. You could probably do it all on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm old.
Get out of here.
Old school.
But I will tell you, one of the dishes, and I learned this when I made these for a charity event, but I didn't know that that macaron, is that how you say it?
That is how you say it if you're French.
Yeah. But hey, good in America is macaroons. But either way, those little cookies, that's almond flour. So that's perfectly safe, and it's actually a wonderful dessert, too. And I know there's some great people making them. You talk about the ones from 7 Bites.
Yes. Well, those are actually macaroons. And then the macarons are from Shulala. And they are, as I pointed out in the past, and I will post the story from when I first started at the Sentinel, public service announcement, 2 different things. Macaroons, macarons, 2 different things.
I had no idea.
The macaroon is like a coconut or a coconut covered like little thing, right? Like a little ball or whatever.
It is a coconut cookie. It is flourless and it's delicious. And you can cover them in chocolate or put chocolate chips in them or make them almond flavored. And they're really good when they're well done. And they do a beautiful one at 7 Bites. It's big and gorgeous. And then macarons, which are those cute little UFOs that come in all the colors and have ganache and buttercream and all kinds of goodies in there. That's a totally different thing. But also both of them Passover cool.
Yeah, perfectly safe because that almond flour, man, they're so freaking hard to make too, man. You can't make them with humidity at all, and you have to let the cookies rest before. It's so bananas. When you have one of those things, just know there are hours that go into those little cookies to make.
They are tough. So they do a great job at Shulala. They have so many flavors, and they'll do a platter for you. I think it's like 24 cookies for like $65. They are gorgeous. If you want the flavors that you want, call in advance to make sure they have them. If not, just go to town because they always have a million and they're so pretty to put on the table.
They're perfectly decadent. They have that little crisp outside, but they're nice and chewy when you get in. And depending on what you get in the middle, man, it's just a wonderful bite, you know?
My favorite macaron, I actually have a favorite macaron I ever had, was several years ago at the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. It was a raspberry cookie with dark chocolate ganache filling. And that thing was no joke. I still remember it.
Let's talk about tacos. You know, Orlando, we talk about tacos in some sense. We rarely talk about fish tacos, but you went on a search, didn't you?
I did. I went on a little bit of a search because it's not only Passover, as you said, it's Easter weekend. Today's Good Friday. Some people do the fish on Friday thing all the time. Some people just do it on Good Friday, but I figure, hey, tacos for Good Friday? Sure, why not? And so have them with fish.
You can't lose. I will tell you, the first photo, by the way, on the picture here in the Sentinel in your story is one of my favorite in town. Pokehana has been one of my favorite spots. We love those guys. They were Holy Takamole. These are the guys, because it's a rice shell. It's not, there's no corn. It's a rice shell. So in that shell, you have their beautiful tuna, of course, fresh veggies with that beautiful mayo, that spice mayo they put on top. And they are fabulous. If you haven't been there, right there on Highway 50 by 1792, where it dead ends, and well, not dead ends, but where it comes to 50, it's right there. And that's just one of the great things on their menu, by the way.
There are two, actually. There's a Pokehana in Windermere also. So our friends out there can try it. Same exact menu in both places. And you were talking about gluten-free before, Deborah. These rice shell tacos are totally gluten-free. They do have a few offerings that aren't fish, but they have 4 fish versions with tuna, with spicy salmon, with a crab salad, and they even do a fried whitefish for the folks who don't do the raw. So
I'll be damned.
That sounds delish.
And you talk about one at Bim Bom, and I've eaten at Bim Bom a number of times. God rest Chico. But I never had their tacos there. But the picture you have is absolutely amazing.
They are gorgeous, and they have been making those tacos since Chef Chico, who we miss, was on the big black food truck. He's been serving those. They are mango painted fish tacos, and they use a gorgeous mahi for them. And they're beautiful. They're big. You can't see them in that picture because they put so much gorgeous slaw and toppings, but there are big hunks of fish under there that are so good. And, you know, they're simple. They're perfect. They do great guac at Bim Bom. So,
and if you've never been there, just to eat out on that patio right before it gets super hot, that chicken, that peri-peri chicken is so freaking good. Everything in that menu is great. Just a wonderful little spot. It really is. That thing turned in from a food truck to there, and then they built that little cover over the patio, which is absolutely fabulous. And the people there are wonderful, wonderful people. We love those guys.
Truth. And you can get those tacos anytime. It's on the brunch menu too. So if you catch them on Sunday, you can still get the tacos.
Well, tell me about the soulfish taco at Tin and Taco.
Oh, that's another poke taco, which is super popular. It's in most locations. I don't think they have it on iDrive. Tin and Taco proliferates like rabbits, and they are everywhere now. So don't, if you want that taco, don't go to iDrive, don't go to Icon Park. But at all the other locations, you can have it. In Icon Park, you can have other fab stuff on the menu, but not this one.
Very cool. Talking to Amy Drew Thompson here from the Orlando Sentinel. Listen to Primetime Kitchen here on Real Radio 104.1. There's some people are moving around a lot. It's very interesting because when in the context of your story, the way you kind of post this, and we're talking about Courtesy Bar, kind of leaving downtown and moving over to Winter Park, partnering up with some people we've known over there at Swine and Sons for a while, and kind of becoming part of that scene. And it's interesting because the gentleman who runs it, Mr. Zimmerman, Gene, he says, because of what's happening downtown, I want to make sure I get the word right, due to the evolution of downtown. I wonder what did you think he meant by that when you wrote that, Amy Drew, when you were talking to him?
I'm not in the business of speculation, Jim.
But when he's talking to you,
Colbert,
like when you talk about the evolution of downtown, what do you think he meant? I mean, what do you think that means?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. The scene is changing downtown. We're seeing a little bit of a different landscape, I think, in the time that I've been here. Of course, I was already kind of past prime clubbing age when I showed up in Orlando. So I can't really speak to it as much as the folks who went to college here and are still here and have seen it, Church Street turned from what it was when it first started to where it went to where it's going now. And I think even in the time I've been here, I've seen a lot of changes. So I'm sure that, there were a lot of things that went into it. I know that he did discuss the idea of expanding and of kind of renovating and changing things up, but also a move was always a possibility as well. And so they decided to move into this cool space over on Orange Ave, which is still Orange Ave. So it's similar address.
It's just down the road, right? But it's interesting because, the food scene in downtown has changed a lot. You remember at one point we had Crest down there, we had Rusty Spoon down there, Graffiti Junction down there. I mean, there are some other places, but I mean, that place, Ceviche, was down there, which was a great restaurant. I enjoyed Ceviche quite well. But you're right. Like, that environment changed so dramatically, and people stopped going downtown for food, and they used to do that. And now they're kind of moving out to the other little areas, whether it be Winter Park, whether it be Oviedo, whether it be Sanford. But they're opening up shop elsewhere. Maybe the food scene just is kind of done downtown,
I don't know. I mean, I still think there's a lot of good stuff in and around there. Thornton Park.
Yeah, Thornton Park.
There's some new places that I've been meaning to check out down there. So, I don't necessarily think that that's 100% the case, but it's definitely changing.
Yeah, it is. And then they're partnering up with the guys over at Swine and Sons.
Yes, they're going to be doing, and it sounds really, really cool. They're going to be doing kind of a fun bar menu, sort of like little bites and some composed plates and some, flights like aged cheeses and aged meats, but definitely Southern inspired as Swine and Sons is wont to do, but different. And it's very funny because since the pandemic, they've streamlined everything. And all of the food, they stopped breakfast and it's been chicken sandwiches and burgers, and they're going to keep that stuff over in Foxtail, in the same sort of complex there. But when I spoke to Alexia Gawlak, she said, I can't wait to put food on real plates again.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
They're going to get to cook, some new stuff. And I think that they're really excited, and I'll be excited to try it, especially with those cocktails that are always ridiculous. And the whole staff, Gene and Diana told me, is moving. So all your favorite courtesy bartenders for the last 10 years who are there now, they are going with. So they're all going to be over there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little place over there is becoming like a complex. Those guys are like, that whole scene over there is crazy over Winter Park. They got a lock on that place.
And it was very funny because they were like, well, we want to do something late night. They don't have operating hours yet. And they were like, late for Winter Park. And then before I could say anything, she was like, well, that's like past 8.
Right, yeah, like 10:30. Right, at 10:30, they're like dying. They're like, oh my God, I didn't even know.
So this should
time went that
offer
far.
a nice late night option. If you're out on Park Ave, but you don't want the night to end, you'll have another option to go get some drinks and late night snacks.
Right, yeah. Well, we're talking about also, we've talked a number of times about the chicken explosion here in Central Florida. And I know that we have, everybody has their favorite. Chicken Fire for me is pretty darn good. I haven't had the one that you're talking about today, but I think this is a number, like we've talked about this place a couple of times. You must be a pretty big fan. We're talking about Jam Hot Chicken.
I had only just tried it.
Oh, really? I thought that you'd already had it before.
Nope, didn't have it. Wrote about it because I've done some chicken sandwich pieces about the explosion of the scene. They had been very popular in their pop-ups, but I hadn't gotten a chance to go. A lot of people loved them. Pictures were ridiculous, but I had not tasted it until recently. So, and it was good. And I'm a thigh girl. We've had this discussion.
We have.
I like dark meat. He knows what he's doing with the chicken breast. These are excellent, tender, spicy as you want them. And next time I'm going to go hotter.
Yeah, you told me that you get the level 3, and I have to tell you, because when you go to Chicken Fire, they tell you right off the bat. I was told by a friend, whatever you do, don't be a hero and start off with the hot one because you think you're going to work it. Just start off with the one and work your way up. And he was 1,000% right, because even the entry level at Chicken Fire was pretty darn spicy.
I did a video when I tried Chicken Fire back in the day, and I worked my way up, and I sat there, I eat it. I was like, all right, I'm sweating. And it's cumulative,
Right,
so you take another bite, you take another bite. And I tried a few of them. I had the Hot X2 over at Chicken Fire, which is hot. It is no joke, but I was able to manage.
Are you serious? You had the Hot X2?
I did not eat the entire sandwich, to be fair.
Drew.
But that's mostly because I never finish anything because I have to eat too much.
Amy and Drew, that's insanity, man. I ate that entry level thing, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. I'm good. And my face, the whole face tingled for like half an hour, and you ate the one that's up from that? What is wrong with you?
You're just jealous.
I'm an adventurer.
Is that what it is?
But yeah, so I went to the 3, but the plain at Jam Hot is good. And I started with that because you got to have a foundation, And
right.
So for people and they have a mild that people say, I tried the mild. It does have kick. If you're a spicy person, it'll be no problem for you, but you'll feel it, but it's not any problem. I went with the 3. I think that goes 2 levels higher than that. The 3 was spicy, but I do think I could have eaten that whole sandwich. So next time I'm going to go 4.
Man, there's no, I just
go try it.
Yeah,
go try
whatever.
it. It may not be that hot for you. I know you like spicy food.
I do like spicy food, but I don't want it to be uncomfortable.
No, well, they give you a carton of milk, I think, if you want to be a hero.
Look, that's a bad sign right off the bat, right? When they're like,
no,
okay, you need
I
this
think
milk.
that's really generous and polite. They don't want you to die, so they give you milk.
It's so sweet of them.
It really is.
Drink this so your stomach doesn't fall out. There you go.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. I'm sure it gets worse, but I'm telling you, the 3, try the 3. If I can handle it, I think you can handle it.
Oh, listen, that's not necessarily the truth, but I'll do it just because my manhood's been challenged now, so now I gotta.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Okay, good. All right, let's end it up with this wonderful little documentary. You know what the funny thing is, when this hit, a lot of the food people I know in the city were pretty excited about this. I've seen it posted on Facebook a number of times as well. The documentary is called Love Charlie. It's about the life, it says rise and fall, but really the life of Chef Charlie Trotter, who was a big influence to a number of some of the names in food that you would know instantly, like Norman Van Aken, who basically started the fusion movement down in Miami, and a couple of other people that are also big names. And Charlie was right there with him, and quite a guy at one point, I guess.
Charlie Trotter was probably easily one of the most influential, iconic American chefs, certainly in modern history. Put Chicago on the map. Everything was French in Chicago before him. You learn so much in this film. It is not wholly complimentary. It is told with love, but it is told with truth. He had a rep for controversy. He had some interesting things going on in his life. He was really driven. He was really ambitious. And yes, he started working. He was younger. He started working in Norman Van Aken's kitchen back in the day in the Midwest. And that was where they met, and they became very, very close. And Chef Norman calls Charlie Trotter his brother. And so he was in the movie, and he had a lot to say about it. And he was nervous. He was protective. He was worried when they started doing the documentary. And he told me afterwards that his concerns melted. I don't know if that's a direct quote, but he thought they did an excellent job. I didn't know Charlie Trotter, obviously. I think they did an excellent job. Beautiful. They used the arc of his own postcards to people he loved. He was a prolific writer of letters and postcards, and they kind of used those to help tell the story, and it was marvelous.
Which is awesome. And another notable chef here in Central Florida that was part of this as well, Chef Art Smith, who owns Homecoming Kitchen up in Disney Springs. Also, he was Oprah's personal chef for many years. We've interviewed him for Primetime a couple of times, and he's a really, really fun guy. He really is. And I guess he also chimes in on Charlie's behalf as well, which is interesting because, we've learned to really know that these chefs are, with Bourdain for sure, I think it kind of painted a different picture of what most Americans thought of that upper level chef, that they weren't necessarily, what you see in the movies all the time, that they are real people and they have real issues, and then they pour that into their food,
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody has challenges. It's got to be incredibly hard living under a microscope like that. And when you are the best of the best, you got a target on your back.
You sure do. Well, Amy Drew, as always, we appreciate you chiming in with us. You can find everything about Amy Drew at JimColbertLive.com. That includes how to follow her on Instagram, right there at the Sentinel on Facebook, how you can find out everything she writes. You want to read it for sure. She has her finger on the pulse of the culinary scene here in Central Florida, turning you on some spots you've never even heard of in the city, maybe even begin some traditions in your very own family. Amy Drew, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. All right, we'll see you later. All right, 407-916-1041, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show and Nicole DePrey right after this. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Got a warm, steamy day for you across Central Florida on this Friday. 86 your high. Expect some passing showers and storms pretty much at any time today, but emphasis on the late morning through the PM hours. East-northeast winds at 5 to 15 as a weak front slips through the region. Your rain chance in that range of about 40%. Again, scattered to isolated showers and storms around. 68 tonight, partly cloudy, mild, quiet. Some patchy fog late with light winds, upper 60s. Warm highs on Saturday with a rain chance at 10%. Looks like a hot high at about 90 degrees on Saturday. By Easter Sunday, we'll have some showers later in the morning, some scattered storms for the PM with Easter highs at 87, lows at 67. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs. Interested in an exciting new opportunity? Disney Central Orlando is hiring and hosting a job fair on April 18th. Apply in advance for call center roles, including sales and solution specialist and resort sales associate. You can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus. Visit WaltDisneyWorld.jobs/job fair to apply today.
Man, the future of space travel is coming. Are you ready for liftoff? We're talking about the Gateway Deep Space Launch Complex at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, and this is going to be an unbelievable complex over there. Discover current innovations, space exploration by getting up real close to actual spacecraft, see visionary designs for solutions to propel the pathway of human deep space travel, a 50,000 square foot multi-level attraction coming soon, dazzling and engaging and inspiring guests. Not to mention experiences, artifacts, exhibits, 4D motion theater. It's all right there. It's called Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex, coming soon to the Kennedy Space Center. Find your information today and tickets at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. 40% of Americans don't have $400 saved in case of an emergency. People are working harder and harder, but falling further and further behind. That's why at our firm, our fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case. When you're injured in an accident or hurt on the job, choosing a lawyer will be the most important decision you'll have to make. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today, like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates.
Let's face it. Real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand. Kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando.
The best drivers in the world will be competing for 4 world championships. Witness electrifying encores. Plus, your ticket comes with free access to the biggest pit party of the year. I was raised to the top. Monster Jam World Finals, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this beautiful Friday afternoon. There's some clouds up there, but it's really nice outside. Nice and mild. A little rain earlier. Needed that for my grass. Enough about me. Very good. All right, well, welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Every single Friday, we invite our good friend Nicole DePrey to drop by to talk about what's happening in the world of fine arts out in Central Florida. Nicole, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing wonderfully. What's going on out there?
Well, besides the storm just hitting over the top of my house right now, but yeah, there's a lot. I mean, this is the type, I'm kind of bummed that it's going to be kind of rainy this weekend because there's a couple cool outdoor stuff going on that I wanted to talk about today.
Well, you can still talk about it because the rain is supposed to be like on and off. It's not supposed to be like one of those things that comes in and stays for a week or anything like that. It's just going to be hit and miss all throughout the weekend.
Right. Well, one of the things that I'm actually going to hit up tomorrow is called the Florida Groves Festival, and that is over at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. And what I think is really cool about that is they are describing it as art, music, and cannabis festival over there, where they actually, I've never heard of this, where they have designated smoking sections for people who have their medical marijuana cards.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I just, the reason I wanted to talk about it because I think that that's like, right? I mean, for those of you that partake in that, no, but I've never like heard of that. And it's called, I think that they're calling them patient care areas, but they are encouraging card holders to come on out to this festival. And it's the first time I've kind of ever heard of that. So
I'm guessing you want to bring your card. Bring your card, and it'll wind up being the tasing festival.
Or just, make sure your sinuses are clear, and maybe you'll get like a contact high or something, But,
hey, come out to our Getting Tackled by Cops festival.
No, they'll be there for the contact high too. You know it.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, they have hundreds of vendors going on. So they have artists, they have even glass blowers, they have food tents and food trucks. As well as a variety of singers and musicians like Julian Marley and a bunch of other local and Central Florida musicians. So I think that before it's like 100 degrees, I think that's going to be a really fun thing to go. And then I just always love that the fairgrounds because I think that there's just plenty of parking. And I feel like I'm getting old because that's one of the things these days. And I'm like, what's the parking like?
100%. This is a getting older thing. You are more concerned about parking than anything else.
Because that's a good part of what you're going to be doing when you go down there.
I'm not going to say whether or not my wife and I get into arguments at least weekly about me searching for the closest parking space. But what I'm trying to tell you is my wife and I get into arguments weekly about me looking for the closest parking space. She goes, Jimmy, you just passed up 15 of them that were just 10 feet away. I know, baby. I know. At 10 feet.
I could do better.
Come on.
Well, one of the things that annoys me even more is when the concert's over. And how long is it going to take me to leave? Because sometimes that's like even worse than because, the excitement of getting through the gate, you're not even worrying about it, right? But when there's thousands of people, it's going to take you another hour and a half to leave. That's the kind of things that I think about.
That's why I skip the parking garages.
Grandma Nicole over here. Another really fun outdoor thing, I think Brendan mentioned it briefly yesterday, is the Taco and Margarita Festival that is going over on at the Camping World Stadium. I mean, you can't go wrong with tacos and margaritas. I think those are two of my three favorite things in the world. So,
yeah.
And then,
do they?
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, who can argue with that?
No, I agree because we do we're doing an event in the fall. Hopefully, we'll be able to pull this off this year and don't have to go with it. But I didn't see any vendors. I was looking all around to see who was bringing tacos, and not anywhere is it printed who is providing tacos.
No, it just says vendors, right?
There you go.
And then they're also throwing in professional wrestling. So, hey, for like 2 hours, they're going to have a wrestling ring.
Right.
I mean, hey, Florida, right?
Exactly.
Right. If we only had the monster truck show that day.
Tacos, tequila, and tackle.
But I have to tell you, though, the monster truck show, that was one of those like hidden gems that I thought, I got free tickets one time. And I'm like, this is actually really fun. Like smash that school bus. Like,
do you know why I rag on it? Because I hate the grip it has on me. That's why. Because it's
I've always wanted to go.
It's too much fun. You go there and you're like, oh, this is just redneck stuff, and then 5 minutes into it, you're like, let's go! Come on! I should have said that jump.
It's something unnatural seeing monster trucks of that size doing flips in the air. You're just like, whoa.
If you really, Jack's 100% right. If you really want the full experience, you have to go to the pit beforehand to see how big the trucks are, so that when you're in the stands and you're 40 feet in the air, you don't lose the value of what's happening here, that a 6-ton vehicle is 40 feet in the air. It's simply crazy.
Exactly. Well, those are some of the outdoor things that are going on this weekend. We are, on the 2 soft weeks from some of our big venues that we like to talk about, Theater West End and Garden Theater. They both have 2 shows opening next week that we'll talk a little bit more about. But what they do have at Theater West End in Sanford this evening is they do have their stand-up comedy. So if you've ever been there to see Ross, you know what a great venue that is to catch. I'm sorry, what did you say?
It's a great room. It's a really good room for comedy, because it's almost in the round. So it's a really unique comedy experience, unlike any other in Orlando, to be honest with you.
Right, and tickets begin at $15. And, kind of like what you guys were saying last segment, I mean, I think we are talking more about Sanford and the Winter Gardens, because you can catch entertainment and food and drinks and not worry about parking. Parking is a lot better.
It is.
Hell yeah.
You know what? That's not said enough. I'm going to be dead honest with you. That's not said enough, because to go to one of the great restaurants in Sanford, have dinner, step over for the comedy show, and then after go to the Imperial or one of those great bars to get a cocktail or a great beer afterwards, you simply can't lose.
Exactly. And then something that's happening next week, because I'm really excited. This next month is going to fly by. And what happens in mid-May here in Central Florida is the Orlando Fringe Festival. And I think I talk about it, Ross talks about it, you all talk about it, because I think it's one of the best festivals that comes here to Central Florida. And what's really cool is that on the 19th, they are going to be doing their teaser show. So everybody that, has submitted gets 2 minutes to get on stage and tease about their show. So what I love about that so much is it makes it feel like the season's like opening up, and then it really does get everybody really excited, whether they think it's going to be really good or really bad. Because I think that's what's so good about the festival, is that sometimes the really bad shows are the ones that you actually really want to go see.
100%. I have a good
and that's the 19th at the Orlando Shakespeare Theater, which houses the Fringe Festival.
Very cool.
And then one last thing, we've talked about it, off and on, because on Fridays in Winter Park, the Morse Museum, the one that has that incredible stained glass and Tiffany glass exhibit, they have live music free on Fridays from 5 to 8. So they do have that this evening. But what they are doing for Mother's Day weekend is they're offering free admission. And for moms, I think that this is I've been there. It's a nice hidden gem right there on Park Avenue. And I mean, turn it into a thing. Go during the day, walk around Park Avenue, hit up one of these restaurants that you guys have been talking about. So kudos to the Morse Museum for doing something different. And so if you want to, treat your mom or yourself, or, there's free music tonight. I mean, I think that's a really great place to go to.
Well, good job. That's a good lineup of stuff, man. Great job this week. That's awesome. You look very happy. What's got you so happy and smiley?
I don't know. You guys, you're listening all day.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Nobody's found the green egg. I mean,
there you go.
Excellent girl. She is smart.
There you go. That's how you keep your segment.
Well, one of these days, maybe you guys will let me come and see you guys in person. So
we'll do it next week. Next week you can come in.
Yeah.
Next week you're in. Next week we'll do that there.
Yes. Yeah, and that's going to be fun because we're going to talk about a bunch of things that are opening, as well as a couple other organizations, because we're rounding out the big fundraising for all the arts here in Central Florida. So I'm excited to see you in studio, in person next Friday.
Very nice. Well, it's Dupre.today if you missed any of this and all the other information. Again, that's Dupre, DUPRE.today. She runs Opera del Sol. She joins us every Friday. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, Nicole, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Home Loans Radio, where you can catch him live every single Saturday morning, where he answers all of your questions having to do with the home buying process. And that is Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guide on tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much, Nicole. We'll see you next week. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Willing to admit our preoccupation with short-term solutions in exchange for something shiny. Is that a new iPad? Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Still pretty much a parking lot heading south on 417 from a crash between Boggy Creek Road and Landstar Boulevard. The left lane is still blocked here. We are seeing some heavy traffic south on 429 between St. Clair Road and I-4. Eastbound I-4 still heavy between Osceola Parkway and 535, as well as westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Truly Nolan. Truly Nolan. Faster than a speeding cockroach, smarter than conniving ants, and more nimble than a swarm of mosquitoes. That's why when Truly Nolan is in hot pursuit, there's no escape. For a free inspection and $50 off pest control, go to trulynolan.com.
Man, when the big box stores out there wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath because their reputation is awesome, and they've been in the business for 31 years. Not to mention their franchises have the proper license, insurance, and they're dependable. Not to mention they have standards of performance. That means you get the bathroom you pay for on time every time, and they background check their employees. And the bathrooms and the products they have are amazing. You can actually put your hands on them and see them and feel them every day. The showroom is open, 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe, and you'll see some bathrooms set up. Those are just models. They want to show you what the products look like. Every bathroom from Rebath is a custom bathroom. You sit with their design team, and these guys come up with great ideas. And then by the time you get done, you have a bathroom that they're ready to install that you're going to love for many, many years. I'll tell you something else, too. If you have one of those terrible garden tubs in Central Florida that so many homes have them, you don't use it anymore. It's taking up all that space. They can transform that into a beautiful shower that you will never want to leave. And these guys are just really good at what they do, not to mention the integrity's there as well. They do it just 4 to 6 days with their employees and a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Hop on board today, check out the before and afters, and book your appointment. Your new bathroom awaits at rebathmidfla.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in just 3 easy steps. 1. Get your free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with your check in as little as 30 minutes. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per $1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/2/22.
Cheer on your back-to-back Stanley Cup champions with an ice-cold Miller Lite. Miller Lite, the original light beer, is the perfect companion for watching the game at Amalie Arena, a watch party with your friends, or on the couch at home. Miller Lite. Celebrate responsibly.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. It's more than just a slogan. It's a fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. You can count on the Mossy family to protect your family. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
Do you enjoy free hotel stays? Join the Hyatt Regency Orlando as we hire all positions, including management. Come to the Hyatt Regency Orlando hiring event on April 19th from 3 to 6. Hyatt Regency Orlando is offering wages starting at $15 per hour and up. Fantastic benefits after 30 days, including medical, dental, vision, and 12 free hotel stays every year. Visit us at 9801 International Drive on April 19th, 3 to 6 p.m. and online at careers.hyatt.com.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a diamond by thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Spring it on with new hummus and roasted tomato and avocado and roasted tomato toast from Dunkin'. Creamy hummus or savory avocado spread on sourdough bread, topped with oven roasted tomatoes, vine ripened and perfectly seasoned. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off dresses for women and girls. That's right, women and girls' spring dresses are 50% off. But it's this Saturday only. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 4-9 select styles only.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTJS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Relish in it, Jim. Shoot the gap. You know where it is. I know where it is. Relish in it. Good job, kid.
Shoot the gap. Shoot the gap. It's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town.
Man, what a nasty band. Nasty, filthy, grimy ass band. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. You can send the talk back. That's what that is. Just go to the iHeartRadio app, find Real Radio, and use the microphone to send it on over. We play them throughout the day. Don't forget, Monday, we start another keyword contest. We're going to be doing it via email again, or texting this time, so that you can win that cash. Running from 9 till 5 every day, Jack? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 9 to 5, starting on Monday at 9 a.m. It's going to run for 6 weeks, and you take each keyword and you go to our website at realradio.fm. You enter it on the website, and then pick up your phone if it rings, because it's your chance to win $1,000. We're, the first contest we did in 2022 was an amazing success. It was one of our most successful, and we're hoping to build on that with many listeners from Real Radio winning that cash from iHeartRadio.
Very nice. Yeah, we had a really bang-up time last time. $24,000 given away. Yes, Jack.
Big shout-out to Mills Air being the sponsor of our local contest right here.
Yeah, awesome. They're awesome.
Thank you,
people.
Mills.
407-916-1041. So I'm during the break, I look at Deborah, and Deb is doing this whole mind-blown hand movement, like your mind just got blown away. And then you just sent me a text, and I almost don't even understand it.
Okay.
So tell me exactly what's happening as we speak.
This is the weirdest thing. Okay?
It is weird.
And my mind has been totally blown. We know that, we read the texting service throughout the entire show. All of the shows, right, have access
Yes,
to
they
the
do.
texting service. Well, during our Passover Easter conversation earlier, someone had texted us at 77031 saying, all that knowledge, did Deb go to St. Joseph's Academy?
I saw that text. I thought it was a joke.
No, and all the years we've been on the show, no one has ever been able to name my high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, holy crap, this has got to be somebody who probably went to either that school or the two all-boy Catholic schools, Abbott Pennings and Promontory, where my brother went.
And you mentioned a teacher from that school, and you gave them credit for your knowledge of like Passover and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I said Sister Jacqueline in that first semester of Old Testament, and this person picked up, well, you must have gone to St. Joe's Academy. So we start texting back and forth when he says, yeah, I had a sister who would have been a year behind you, but she died when she was a sophomore. Well, when I went to St. Joe's Academy, one of my very close friends, I didn't hang out with her at her house, but I can still picture I loved her. She committed suicide when I was a junior, she was a sophomore. And her brother just texted me on the texting service at 77031.
That's her brother?
She had two little brothers. I'd never met him, but when he texted about having a sister, and I said, oh my God, I think your sister was a good friend of mine. So I told him I still have notes from her, articles from her death in my yearbook at home.
Wow.
Wild, huh?
Isn't that crazy? Of all
Wow, what a small world, man.
And I told him, I said, listen, I would be amazed. It's been 37 years. I would be amazed that we connected of all the happenstance ways, and yet at the same time, I could totally give credit to his sister, Stacy.
Wow, that's so incredible.
Isn't that incredible?
So
Just
why
off the
would-
conversation of Passover and Easter and the texting service at 77031.
Is he here in Central Florida
Apparently lives in Port Orange.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's asked me to text a photo of the note, which I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing thanks to Jack Bradshaw's advice.
Hey, what do you? I mean,
There's a lot of stuff.
He's probably listening.
What do you mean there's a lot of stuff? I don't get it. What's up?
Well, the way
teenage girl.
the way a teenage girl would write a note to her
Right.
friend might be
Oh,
the
I
same
see.
thing she would say to her brother.
I see. Yeah,
You know
there
what I
you
mean?
go.
Yeah.
You got to redact
Yeah,
it.
You gotta redact it.
Talking about
It's like
boys.
my mom's journal scenario, right? It's kinda the same
Exactly.
thing.
But I mean, how crazy. And absolutely my mind is blown. That was such a pivotal moment for me in high school when we
I've not
came to
had-
school and heard that.
Oh,
Wow,
my
that's
God.
insane. Yeah, because that didn't. Yeah, that was. Man, I've not had anything like from that far back happen, but I did have an employee of mine from my print shop show up at a gig the other day, or a few weeks back, and I was like, wow, man, I haven't seen her in like 20 years. You know, it was just crazy.
Well, I had something similar to, this is crazier, but when I used to work at Disney, I had people that I went to college with and high school. They'd come up to the line at the attraction I was at, the Great Movie Ride, which no longer exists, and it would be like, hey, I remember you from high school.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Or I remember you from college.
Wow. I
Except
don't know
the
about all
Arab
that.
students, when they went through with their wives, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen you before in my life. I'm like, hell yeah, you did.
yeah.
You can't play
may have-
stupid now.
You may have known me a little bit there, killer. All right, 407-916-1041. So what are you going to do? You're going to try to
Oh,
hook
no,
up his battery?
absolutely. I am absolutely going to. I am going to send him whatever it is that he wants. This was a gift for us to be able to connect as random and as a non-consequential as it seems. I'm going to, whatever he wants. If he wants to look at that yearbook, absolutely.
Wow,
His
that's
sister
so
really was a very
crazy.
special girl. I told him, I said, I still think of her to this day. She's
So he has to be in like right at 50 then, right? I mean, because was he that
no.
much
Well,
younger? than her?
younger. It
He
was a
was-
younger brother to
right,
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but I mean, it could have
He
been a year
didn't
younger,
graduate-
2 years younger. I mean,
Well, he graduated, I don't want to say and date myself, but he graduated Abbott Pennings in 91.
oh, I saw that. He
Yeah.
wrote that up there in the texting service earlier.
I mean, because I said, oh, what a small world. My brother went to Promontory. And that was when he said, yeah, I had an older sister. And as soon as he typed the name, I was like, "Oh my God, you have got to be kidding!"
Unbelievable. Have you ever had anything happen like that, Jack?
All right, no. Well, yes, on this show.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for one, I had someone who I went to school with in New Jersey reach out to me because he heard the show, and he still lives in the area. Matt, what's up? But there's been many times throughout the 2 decades that I've been here where we have these just real weird moments like that. It's just really neat,
isn't it?
It truly is. And so I'm thinking about making a Twitter poll. Do you have any interest in going to your high school reunion? Deb?
No.
Jim?
Yeah, I'd go to mine for sure.
I don't even know if they could be able to
Was
find
I supposed
me.
to have a different answer than
No,
that?
no, just curious. Well, it may be because of where it is, like, Deb, for you to go.
Right.
And I think there's one aspect of it is where do you have to travel for it? And the second aspect of it, what was your relationship in high school? And do you really want to reignite that? Do you really want to go into that world again?
Well, no. But what's interesting is every time I do go back to Green Bay, I always drive by my old high school because, of course, my high school no longer exists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the diocese at the time said, they were struggling with enrollment. It was admit boys or shut down, and the school said it's been great. It's been a fine 150 years, but we're shutting down.
How many years?
At least over 100. The upstairs was haunted. It was the dormitories where the girls used to sleep because it used to be a boarding school. The convent was attached to the back of the school, so it was nothing to see a super duper old school nun, head to toe, black wool, huge wooden rosary beads around her waist with that full veil habit walking around the school grounds. So
that's not creepy. Not at all.
It was actually quite a beautiful sight and the best education you could get. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah.
It's Deb. I was just reading the texting service. Guy says, I'm a server at Disney. A few months ago, I served my senior prom date. 25 years after the fact.
No.
25 years after the fact.
See,
how crazy is that?
Crazy like that. It's that serendipity and I don't believe in coincidence. I really don't. I do not believe in the randomness of the universe. I think
like
we may not we may not see the reason for it, doesn't mean there isn't a reason.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Let's take a little break. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Shower slowing you down this afternoon, so take it easy if you have to be out there on the road. Southbound 417 pretty much stopped between the Turnpike and the John Young Parkway main toll plaza. We're also seeing heavy traffic westbound on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between 417 and 429. Eastbound busy too between US 192 and State Road 535. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Try a toasted cheesesteak, mouth-watering meatball, or classic Italian hoagie. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Yeah, you do. I had the Wawa burger last night. It was actually pretty good. Hey, not what I'm here to tell you about. I'm actually here to tell you about We Are Not the Banks because they're sponsoring our Twitter poll. You find that on Twitter. It's at Jim Colbert Show. Follow us there. Also follow us at Real Radio 1041. Hook us up, won't you, with a follow? But We Are Not the Banks sponsoring our Twitter poll today. They are direct mortgage lenders, and they can help you refinance the home you're in or perhaps secure you the funding for your next home, your dream home. Waiting for you, but you need to get the money to pay for it. You can do that at wearenotthebanks.com. Brad Siebert and the team are direct mortgage lenders. They handle people with good credit or people with bumps in your credit. Yep, even you people. Hey, guess what? All types of loans, VA loans, conventional loans, even jumbo, no income documentation loans. Brad Siebert and wearenotthebanks.com. They've seen it all. They handle it all. They did my refi several years ago, and it was a great process. Again, get started online. The website is wearenotthebanks.com. NMLS ID number 1169, equal housing opportunity.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until August with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC, you can find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our show streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
Hey, if you're listening to this, you deserve rewards from Racetrack. For what, you might ask? For whatever. For having great taste in hot dog toppings. For keeping the tank full. So, sign up for Racetrack Rewards and get rewarded with a free large fountain drink or coffee. Plus, you could save up to 27 cents a gallon at the pump. Download the app to join. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going. Offer valid for 7 days after sign-up. $1 initial purchase required. 27-cent savings aggregated discounts from 3 separate programs. Limitations apply. See FuelSavingsTrio.com for details.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today, like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
O'Reilly. Need new wiper blades? Not sure which ones to buy? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you options for your specific car and even install them for free. Right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades, plus earn double O-Rewards points. There's no better time to replace your wiper blades. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
iHeartRadio wants you to see the Who Hits Back Tour in the U.S. city of your choice. We'll fly you there, take care of the hotel, get you 2 premium tickets to the show, plus the Baba O'Reilly VIP package. That includes too many things to mention, but trust us, it's amazing. For your chance to win, just open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to the Who Radio. Tickets to the Who Hits Back Tour on sale now at LiveNation.com. See the Who in the city of your choice from iHeartRadio.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tad Luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
What's up, guys? I hope you guys have a great weekend. I love listening to your show. I drive around about 80% of my job all week long. Just want to say thank you. You guys are rocks. I am on vacation, going to Vegas, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Have a great weekend, guys.
You got it, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Follow a couple gamblers on TikTok, which is a thing. You know, there are slot machine professionals.
I did not know that.
People who go to Vegas and play slot machines professionally.
Yeah.
Like they have mapped out what machines pay off more, where the chances are, where the odds are. And I follow a couple of those people. And, of course, they only show you the big wins.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this. I didn't know it was a thing. I'm not surprised by it, though.
You know, I used to hate slot machines, and my wife only really gambles with slots. She'll play a roulette occasionally, but never like blackjack or anything, and I'm primarily a poker player.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of those, but I have to tell you, man, there is, in the world of gambling, like hitting a slot machine, and I don't know if you've played any of the modern slot machines. It's not like most of them aren't like the 777 anymore. It's not like the old ones you see like in the Old West, or even like from the movies, like from the Ocean's movies or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all electronic now. But the penny slots are fun because they do these bonus spins, and on the 5 reels, if you get like 3 of the bonus things, it just starts spinning crazy. And you could just wind up hitting those things for a crazy amount of money, and it's just kind of fun to play. So after I dunk out in poker, I'll go play some slots with my wife.
The only ones I play are the poker ones, where you gotta. I need to be able to do something. Like at least let me pick some cards to hold while you give me 3 new cards. You know, I have to be able to do something.
You need some interaction.
Yeah, that affects the outcome of the game.
Yeah. Well, they're nothing like they used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, you think you in there now, you need to, it takes me like 40 minutes just to find one that I know what is going on. So I don't feel like I'm getting ripped off and just hitting go, and spending all my money. But good luck out there, buddy. We hope you win a lot of cash. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Crazy story Deb just told. I mean, that's just so insane. Is it spooky?
No, it's weird. You know how something can just throw you 20, 30 years back with just like that. It's
absolutely.
I just remember going back and going, wow, it was such a pivotal moment for myself. I got into fights with my parents over it.
Yeah.
You know, because my dad was real old school at the time. Like, well, just being, just fighting with my parents, the school rallies, the assemblies that we had as the school just tried to scramble and find out, is there a bigger issue with kids feeling this way that we know of? I mean, we were a small school. We fit into one building. There were 600 students in all. I think I had like 100 of them at my graduation class.
And this is the 80s. This is not like, you're not dealing with like, suicides at the rate that you deal with them now with kids under the age of 18. It wasn't like that. I mean, a death at all was a big deal. A suicide was a gigantic deal.
It was huge. And there was no discussion at that time of mental health. So this occurrence in our school, this loss was... it was felt from the seniors to the freshmen, and every single teacher, every single administrator, everybody was caught off guard.
It's weird about this thing. I will put a post up, and you'll occasionally get like a comment from somebody you went to high school with that you haven't talked to or heard from or anything, and you were like, oh, look at there, that person's still alive. I'll be damned. I don't get a lot of interaction from people I went to high school with. I mean, for whatever reason, you just don't. But occasionally you'll see somebody like leave a comment or like something. You're like, oh, I'll be damned. Look at there. I had no idea. I think a lot of them listen. They're just not going to interact.
Well, this is the first person, at least from my high school life. College is different, but high school, I haven't heard from anybody in years.
I've got a couple on Facebook, that I'm friends with, and it's because, my family, it was a small town.
Right.
So, and my family has a bunch of those same connections with other families, and I know some of those people, but there's also a Friends of page for like the town was Dumont, so Friends of Dumont, which is neat because it just posts some old stuff about the town you grew up in, and for small town stuff, it's kind of neat.
Yeah, that is cool.
I mean,
cool.
Jimmy's got his, the Palatka lean that he can lean into.
Oh yeah. Well, I still remember the day the 4-story Embassy Suites was being built in Green Bay. It was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
We had our prom there, y'all.
Oh yeah, we got a 4-story one too.
Four-story hotel. And now we have a Hilton.
You don't want to go any higher than that because those fire engines, those ladders don't reach much higher.
God, those years in school are so absolutely vital. It's so weird that you remember so much. I hear people talk more about their memories from high school than they do from college because, I mean, you're going through so much.
Right.
And in those 4 years from 9th to 12th grade, your body's changing, your mentality is changing. And, you know, the funny thing is, I used to tell my kids this all the time because I poured so much time into trying to be popular in high school that I told my kids, I said, don't waste your time on this. Because I wasted a lot of time trying to be this, and it cost myself some stuff, and it did not do anything for my life at all. I said, as a matter of fact, the instant I graduated, I realized how stupid it was.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time on this time in your life when it comes to you think you're going to have these relationships forever. You're really not. There's going to be maybe 1 or 2 people from your class that you'll stay in contact with. And even then, it'll be just occasionally. Very few of those relationships will go past 15 or 20 years.
And it's easy to say that from perspective, but when they're in it, it is the most important relationships.
It is.
Because I saw all 3 of my daughters go through it where any crisis seemed like the biggest crisis in the world. And I'm like, trust me, this will not matter.
And the
this
other
is not
thing,
going to register.
The other thing too is that person you're striving to be more like, that classmate that can seemingly do no wrong, that always looks the best. You have to remember that for them, this could be their peak. You know?
Oh, what can I tell you? Every one of them it was. Every one of those toads are doing nothing.
So don't hitch your wagon onto what you think is a star. You could be the star. You just have to grind it out a few more years.
Every one of those people that I was like, oh my God, look at that person's life on the cool parties,
She's so
the whole 9
smart.
years. And even as a junior and senior, I had some of that because I played sports, but it was nothing like the really popular kids. And it was just such a weird, different thing. And I felt like such a fool for caring so much about it. And I just remember I'm gonna damn sure tell my kids, please don't pour a lot of importance into these relationships. It's going to seem, like Jack said, like everything that there is right now. But I will assure you, 5 days after graduation, 5 days, your first 2 weeks in college, those people will become distant memories and more than likely stay that way. With the exception of a few people we've had on the show that I went to school with just because I know they have a certain profession. Like we had Brian on, Brian Jacobs, to talk about the solar thing and then about the Olympic thing because he was an Olympic weightlifter. But outside of that, I mean, there'd be no reason for me to contact Brian. I don't really know him all that well, and his life has gone on from there. And the same thing with a bunch of people I went to school with. You see them on Facebook, and you keep up with their life and stuff, and you're like, oh, that's cool. But I have there's no urge to kind of recontact because what would that be? Memories that are 35 years old that don't really apply to our lives at all? We've all changed so much.
It's weird when you do, and we were talking about reunions. It's our Twitter poll at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Do you plan on going to your high school reunion? Because and sometimes I deal with it with, because when I lived over in Brevard, which was now, 25, 30 years ago when I knew that group of people, and it's like you run into, it's like, so how'd your life turn out? It's
Well, it's so funny with when the show hit and then we were going back. I had a couple of my friends going, "Oh, you only want to go back because you want to rub it in people's faces." That genuinely was not the case. I'm not that kind of person. I did want to go back and just see people because really what I projected onto what I thought people would wind up is where the biggest surprise was. Judges' sons, people who had every opportunity to leave the city, go to school, and stay out of the city if they wanted to, and make their mark elsewhere. And almost to the T, every one of them stayed in town. And I don't have any problem with that. It's just that I had projected this world onto those people because I had an unreal expectation of who and what they really were because of where I was, which was sad, really, but it's the truth.
Well, we all go through that because it's so hard when you're in the midst of it. And it feels like it's the most important relationship in your life because that's your job, right?
Yeah.
It's like walking into the office and dealing with the different personalities there. And, you know, so
you want to be accepted. You want to be
Exactly.
you want to be accepted. You want to be part of something. Of course, we know what that can lead to a bunch of fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, that need to be accepted. You know, that's how you wind up in a cult and branded with some dude's initials.
Listen, Jimmy, you're going to feel like you're in a cult if you're on really almost any of the local roads this afternoon. In case you haven't heard, a semi-vehicle accident and 3 other vehicles has shut down some lanes on I-95, but closer to Metro Orlando, there is a multiple vehicle crash that is now shut down State Road 408 right near downtown. It happened just before 5, about 30 minutes ago, westbound, right before the Conway Road Toll Plaza. Some people have been texting us at 77031 saying it looks like there's 20 to 25 vehicles involved.
God almighty, are you serious?
Yeah, that's what texters are saying it looks like to them.
Wow.
The websites I'm on right now just say multiple vehicles, but it looks like it's more than 10.
Holy, so repeat that again, Deb, so everybody, so if you're just tuning in, massive traffic accident. Where's this again?
Actually shut down. The 408, State Road 408 has been shut down near downtown Orlando. A multi-vehicle crash happened just before 5 o'clock this afternoon, westbound, right before the Conway Road Toll Plaza. So because it's multiple vehicles and we have a lot of wet roads, you can expect that to be closed for a while. If you're just getting on the roads, avoid the 408. And again, I-95, a couple of lanes on I-95 are also closed because of a semi-wreck along with 3 vehicles, and that's in Volusia County. So if you're on the roads for the holidays, you're definitely going to want to check your Waze or whatever traveling app you may use before you get in the car.
Look for an alternative route for sure. That way you can not get caught up in that. All right, 407-916-1041. So you pulled this story for me today, Deborah, the South Carolina death row prisoner.
Because I was like, I can believe it. I think I'd make the same choice.
I will tell you, I don't even think it would be a problem.
Same
and what
here.
we're talking about here is Richard Moore, 57 years old, convicted in 1999 of killing a convenience store clerk, is the first prisoner to be put to death in South Carolina since 2011. Now, that's not really the story, although it is a bit of a story.
It already happened?
No. Is scheduled to put to death.
Oh, okay.
So he is scheduled to be the first man executed in the state in more than a decade. Now, here's the interesting part of this. They actually gave him a choice of how they were going to do this. Now, I didn't see that there was another choice other than the 2 that are being mentioned in the story, because I'm not sure if lethal injection's on the table in South Carolina.
Of course, it is a state-by-state thing, but this isn't the only state that's offering this new, quote-unquote, new method. I believe Utah is also on the docket there as well.
Now, I think in Oklahoma for years, and I don't know if it was just an oversight of the law or whatever, but I do believe in Oklahoma you could still be hanged as an execution style. But this is not that case at all. In South Carolina, they have the chair, they have electrocution, or they have a firing squad. And this gentleman has chosen the firing squad.
Oh, hell yeah.
Same here.
Now, I know that
no electric chair.
Yeah, I would take the firing squad in a second. I would tell them to shoot me in the head. I know that I don't think it's not a headshot when they do that. They shoot you in the heart, correct?
From what I know is that you're hooded so that you can't see any of the executioners, and at the time that they yell,
it's fire or whatever.
Fire, that everyone fires, and then that way they cannot say whose bullet it was that delivered the final shot. So everybody shoots at the same time.
One of them is a blank, right?
I think
really?
I think all of them but one are a blank. I think if there's 5 or 6 people in a firing squad, I think only one person has a live round, and that's the person. That way, the people in the firing squad don't have to suffer the guilt. They don't really know if they ever did it. That's the idea, right?
Yes.
Oh.
So, but double check that, because I've heard both.
Yeah, in case you're in a situation where you have to choose, Deb.
I need to know, Jack. I need to know how many of these guys are pumping 7.62s into me.
If this guy comes back with the egg found before the end of the day today,
oh my God,
I'll hire my own squad.
So, I mean, and I think it is a heart shot, I believe. I think they shoot you right in the dead center of the chest where your heart is. I don't think it's a headshot because of how gross that would be, because I think they use a pretty high caliber round.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You know, the whole idea is to kill you. You know, they're not there to hurt you. They're there for you to be dead. So I think they use I think it's an AR. I mean, or maybe one of those rounds like a 222 or 227 or a 223. I'm sorry, 223 round, or maybe a 308 round. Maybe, I don't know.
I am now reading. This is just the first particular detail about Mr. Moore's execution. He's going to face 3 prison workers with rifles.
3, so only 3. Oh, I thought it was more than that. I thought it was at least 5.
What does it matter? But you don't know, are
Looks better on
2
TV?
loaded or is just 1 loaded?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's just 1 live round. I don't think it's 5 live
what
rounds.
If they miss?
They're not going to miss. They're sharpshooters, Jack.
You don't know that.
Well, they're
I
said
do
here
know
it's
that, kinda.
prison workers, so...
Is it really just prison workers? I thought there was like an associated firing squad, not just 4
It
dudes.
says 3 prison workers with rifles.
Get out of here. Really? They don't have to have
Yes.
training to do this?
Well,
I mean, so Jack's thing comes into play here. What if somebody does miss? I mean, they get him pretty much strapped down there, right? Like on a pole?
No, I think he is tied to a pole, so but...
Do they do the whole cigarette thing still?
Why are you asking me, man? I can't tell you the last execution I attended. Come on, man.
Oh, it was way back in the 1600s, huh? But the old thing was they tie you to a pole. They give you it's not a hood, but they give you a face mask thing so you can't see what's going on.
Okay.
And isn't the stereotypical thing
Here
you
we
would have
go.
a cigarette?
The state
Isn't it
corrections
the thing that they would put a
agency...
cigarette, light your cigarette for you? You sit there smoking while they pump rounds?
Stop watching the movies. Said last month that it finished developing protocols for firing squad executions and completed $53,600 in renovations on the death chamber in Colombia, installing a metal chair with restraints that faces a wall with a rectangular opening 15 feet away. In the case of a firing squad execution, 3 volunteer prison workers will train their rifles on the condemned prisoner's heart.
So he sits in a chair, like a throne kind of thing. He's strapped down almost like an electric chair.
Yep.
And he's facing a wall, and in the wall there's just a small window. So the guys are actually shooting through a window.
It's a rectangular opening that's 15 feet away. 3 volunteer prison workers will train their rifles, as you said, Jimmy, on the condemned prisoner's heart.
Let me tell you something, guys. 15 feet is nothing. That's the size of a master bedroom. Like, that's how far 15 feet is 5 paces away. I mean, you could throw the bullet out and kill him from there.
I don't know about that.
Holy crap. See, I think
15 feet is not a great distance.
It's if you're
don't
looking
want
to
it
live,
be.
it's not.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. The whole point of it is to die quickly, and that over electrocution. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Here's the thing: the electrocution thing they don't have down yet, which is amazing to me. We can put people in the moon, but we can't run a current through somebody successfully.
Now, how was Eileen Warnos? Because I was
She was lethal, I think, right?
Okay, because I was invited to her execution.
I think the last person executed in the state of Florida, wasn't it John Spankalink or something like that? Or was that the first person they executed via electrocution when they brought it back?
And I stopped saving those trading cards, Jimmy, so I'm not up on who got killed last.
I'll check mine during the break then.
Eileen was lethal injection.
Yeah.
Are they moving away from that because of the problem getting the chemicals?
And that's the reason in South Carolina, because Mr. Moore was given the choice between electrocution and firing squad, because they can't, for a lot of states that offer lethal injection, they're having a difficult time procuring the drugs because the drug companies are like, hey, man, that's not why we developed this.
Right, exactly.
That's why we developed oxy.
And a lot of these drugs are European, of course, where, there isn't the death penalty anywhere.
Yeah. And you don't want to see that in your commercial, right? Brought to you by
this hooded guy.
Brought to you by Kill Juice. Our medicines help Alzheimer's, but we also kill people with it. That's an interesting thing. Yeah, 15 feet away is a guaranteed death for sure. And I bet
depends on the firearm.
I bet there's a lottery for who wants to pull that trigger in prisons like that. I bet they have to draw names. There are so many people who would volunteer to do that.
Actually, no. I've read stories before about the person who pulls the lever at prisons, and it's a very somber act, and usually takes quite a toll on the person who does it, even though it's anonymous.
Wow, really? I mean, but with this firing squad, you wouldn't know 100%. You would only be 30% sure if you did it. I don't know, man.
I wouldn't want that on my head.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't think. Even depending on the crime, I think. Well, no, there are certain crimes I could certainly pull the trigger. I don't think I have any problem with that. Shoplifting, stuff like that, man. Get them gone.
Jaywalking.
All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Trivia is next.
Hard asses.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Haverty's Furniture.
Baker Mayfield speaking out, trying to tell his side of the story following his breakup with the Browns. The problem is Baker talks too much. He had an opportunity to change his image, prove he's learned from his mistakes, but instead he sort of doubles down on what he's always been. A little bit of an ego, no accountability. Every day Baker has to overcome his instincts to be a franchise quarterback. I think Baker's days as the face of an NFL team are probably over. I'm Colin Cowherd.
At Haverty's, they know quality furniture, but nobody knows your personal style like you do. That's why they offer custom fabrics and finishes, expert craftsmanship, and knowledgeable associates to fit your style, space, and budget. This weekend, let's get personal. Haverty's, they furnish happiness.
Man, Tools Ace Hardware, that's your grilling headquarters. These guys have everything you need for the perfect outdoor setup. They carry the best brands and grills: Big Green Egg, Weber, Traeger, Napoleon, including the 2022 Weber Genesis series of propane grills, which are simply amazing. They refill propane. They have every single flavor of wood pellet, chip, or chunk in stock, and a wide variety of charcoal as well, from Kingsford all the way up to that great Brazilian hardwood I use for the Big Green Egg. Sauces and rubs from national brands, including our rubs and brands out there from the Jim Colbert Show, plus a service tech specializing in grills for any repair or warranty issues. Free assembly and delivery always in 11 convenient locations. Your new grill's waiting for you right now. Make this the summer of all summers with a brand new grill from Tools Ace Hardware. Get it today at toolsacehardware.com.
Attention Central Florida. Autobuy, Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation, makes it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, boat, or ATV. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. If it floats, we will buy it for the max. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Don't get misleading online offers that change when you get there. Call, click, chat, or come by to get your instant offer. It's that fast and easy, and you'll get the max. Plus, every in-person, no-obligation appraisal gets a $50 Amazon gift card. To get the max, visit Autobuy. WePayTheMax.com.
Not sure which college savings plan you can trust? Get with the plan that more than 1 million families have saved with. Florida 529 prepaid plans are flexible, affordable options that let you start saving for just $45 a month. You just pick the plan that's right for your budget, and we manage the rest for you. Plus, your investment is guaranteed by the state of Florida, so you can never lose your money. And if the cost of tuition goes up more than originally projected, Florida Prepaid covers the difference, guaranteed. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Earn up to $500 in college savings and enroll for free today.
If you've been injured on the job and are not receiving the benefits you're entitled to, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per $1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/2/22.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry, the flavor of berry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
And I understand your son is the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit than regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Did an accident leave you in need of representation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Right now, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $8, including tops from $8 and jeans from just $14. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com for up to 60% off store-wide now. Valid 4/5 through 4/17, select styles only.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-953-1788. 800-953-1788. 800-953-1788.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
This year will mark my 10th anniversary, and I believe we're having a reunion, but I went to a high school in a small town, and most of those people treated me like an outsider because I grew up here in Central Florida rather than up there with them. And so, honestly, everybody that I would want to see got the hell out of that town because they had brains. So I'm definitely not going to my reunion.
A lot of people have that attitude. Facebook has changed that game a lot. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate it deeply. The weather beautiful outside now. Here, it's gorgeous.
Getting some stormy weather over here, because it's about time to hit the roads. That accident that shut down the 408 involves more than 20 vehicles.
That's unbelievable. That's like a snow wreck.
Yes, 20 vehicles shut down the westbound 408 right after Conway Road.
There you go. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well, and he has the old Jack jar.
Oh, boy.
I never get tired of saying it, Jack.
I've got something special for you in the Jack jar, and that is...
Right. Tell us more.
A pair of tickets to see Sebastian Maniscalco at the Dr. Phillips Center Friday, May 6th. Tickets are on sale now at drphillipscenter.org. You can get your tickets for that May 6th show, or maybe you win them right now if you're lucky, and you could defeat Jim in trivia.
And that is your Jack Jar.
Oh, boy.
That's brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. Hey, go local with that move. Support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company that loves the Jim Colbert Show, too. So much so that if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that will get you a discount. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O moving.com. Jim Bob, way back to you.
Thank you so much, Deb. I appreciate that. Jack, who goes first today, my friend?
Oh, let's see. First is going to be Eric.
Eric, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Jim?
Good, man. Want to play a little game with us?
Sure.
Let's do it then.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, Eric, this is a very easy game, but I got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find that lie, off to the Jack Jar you go. Sebastian Maniscalco tickets waiting for you.
I'm sorry, Eric.
As we speak. You big movie fan there, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely.
How old are you?
I am 45.
You may be okay here. On this day in 1982, actor, writer, producer, comedian, girthy, hairy, Jewish.
Oh, Jonah
Hill?
Very close. Booming voice.
Oh.
Loves the weed.
Oh, I love this guy.
Seth Rogen.
Yes, Seth
Rogen was born. There you go. Yeah. Seth Rogen. Here are 3 fun facts about Seth and one tightly rolled lie.
You didn't win yet, Eric. You still got to go.
I know.
All right, number 1. Talking about Seth Rogen here. Number 1, he's the 9th man ever to be on the cover of Playboy. Number 2, he and his wife Lauren renew their wedding vows every year on their anniversary. Number 3, he testified in front of Congress on behalf of Alzheimer's patients. And lastly, he was completely supporting his family financially at only 16 years old. Which one of those is a lie?
Wow. I'm going to go with the second one.
God damn it.
Wow.
2
Did I
days.
actually get you?
Yes, you did. 2 days in a row, dude.
Are you serious? Let me do my impersonation. Did I actually get it? Get the F out of here. Of course you got it. Did I curse? You got it. You hear how pissed off I am?
Oh, don't be a sore sport, Jim.
And you get shade.
You're a winner. Enjoy this show. I hope you have a terrible weekend. Get out of here. Good job. All right, buddy.
Good
Thanks
job,
for
Eric.
listening.
That's awesome.
Thank you. God, you can just feel him zeroing in on it. I can feel him. I'm like, oh, this guy's going to guess it. Dead nuts. There's no way I'm getting out of this without him guessing this immediately.
I got it.
Puzzle master, not
Hang
so
up on
much.
this guy, Jack.
I
Shut him
can't.
up.
I've got to give him a prize.
Did you hear how arrogant this guy? He turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, I got it.
I got
it. We're good. We're going to Sebastian. I got it. It's fine. I got it. This guy's a dope. It's stupid. I nailed it."
Oh, it was good.
He is the 9th man ever. How do you pass that up? How do you pass up the fact that I just said out loud that he's the 9th man ever to be on the cover of Playboy? That's fine. It's definitely got to be number 2.
Well, the first one and the fourth one were too crazy not to be true.
He testified in front of Congress on behalf of Alzheimer's sufferers. His wife's mom suffers with Alzheimer's, and he has actually devoted a lot of his life in his philanthropy toward that particular problem. And he was completely supporting his family financially at only 16 years old. If you think Seth Rogen is just a fat Jewish pothead, and that's fair to believe that because that's all you've been told about him, you should read about Seth Rogen. If you want to be inspired and impressed, read about what that kid was doing at 13 years old when you were pissing off doing nothing. This kid was grinding. I mean, this guy is. It is a really unbelievable story what
true,
this
Jack.
guy's been through and what he's done. It really is unbelievable.
I had a paper route.
Listen, Jack, this guy was doing different things. He was writing movies. They started writing Superbad when he was 13 years old.
Whoa.
13 years. He was doing.
I might have wrote a movie, but it never got made.
He came in second in the National Canadian Amateur Comedy Search, and he was 16 years old when that happened.
Wow.
He picked his entire family up from Canada and moved them to L.A. on that fact. I mean, it is genuinely unbelievable what that guy what he's pulled off and continues to do. Here we go. A few other things about Seth Rogen you may not know. His middle name is Aaron. I don't know why that fascinates me so much, but when I do that, Jack laughs at me when I'm weirded out by people's middle names.
Nah.
He has a mild form of Tourette's.
Really?
Yeah, a real mild form of Tourette's. He makes pottery and ceramics for fun. He's been potting for a while. No pun there. No pun there, but he actually does pottery and ceramics and loves it. He and his wife have been doing it for years together.
It's very relaxing.
And then lastly, this is not very surprising, he owns a marijuana company with his best friend, the same guy he actually wrote Superbad with, who has been his collaborative partner now since they were teenagers, Evan Goldberg, and it's called Houseplant.
Have to look that up.
There you go. Seth Rogen is your trivia answer. All right, so stay tuned in. I may give another clue for the search your ace off when we get back. It's killing me. I may give another clue. If you're out there searching, do not change the channel. More information is on the way.
You're going to regret it.
Measuring success by the number of childhood traumas uncovered.
Your father and I are going to the store.
Per show.
To buy lubricant.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Well, showers are definitely making the roads slick out there. We're looking at some very slow pockets of traffic, including eastbound travel on I-4 at a standstill between US 192 and State Road 535. Westbound slam between 417 and World Drive. If you're heading east on the 408, expect a very slow go between Crystal Lake Drive and Conway Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Try a toasted cheesesteak, mouth-watering meatball, or classic Italian hoagie. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. That's more than just a slogan. That's a fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. And a Mossy Oak fence is added security that you can certainly count on. Our friends over at Mossy Oak are fence freaks. And that means freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and definitely your security. Skilled craftsmen use only the very best materials set in wet mixed concrete for maximum stability and security. It's Mossy Oak Fence, providing security to families since 2007. These guys are awesome. You'll love doing business with them. The craftsmanship is insanely good. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
It's a new Vegas-style wave of cash pay in 22 at Orange City Racing and Card Club. Now, featuring bonus bets. Whether you're playing big or small, with just a $5 minimum, you can feel the excitement of playing table games with new Vegas-style bonus bets. There's 14 tables, so pick a bonus bet game at Orange City Racing and Card Club, just off I-4 exit 111B on Saxon Boulevard, Orlando's closest poker room.
Inventory shortages are affecting much of the world, but for off-lease only, they have plenty of cars to choose from. You want to upgrade your daily drive without paying new car prices? Now is the time to take advantage of their inventory and save big on like new cars before they hit the auction block. At off-lease only, you get transparent pricing with no hidden fees and financing available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified online at offleaseonly.com. This is your last chance to save big on their inventory before it moves to auction. Act fast by shopping their selection at offleaseonly.com or take a test drive at their massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Overwhelmed by the thought of saving for 4 years of college? Get with the plan that gives you financial flexibility. A Florida prepaid 1-year university plan is an affordable plan that lets you buy 4 years at a university in 1-year increments. So buy 2 years now, 2 later, or 1 year now and 3 later. You buy based on your budget. Remember, 1 year saved today means 1 less year your child will have to pay for tomorrow. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Earn up to $500 in college savings and enroll for free today.
Have you had your roof inspected before the rainy and summer seasons? Tadlock Roofing is here to help. Schedule your free estimate at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock. O'Reilly.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number?
Not me.
Nuh-uh. Oh no, he's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
This is Greg Trzynski. More than 30 years ago, the original Mattress Factory was built on the idea of providing our customers with a high-quality product at a factory direct price. Today, when we ask our customers how they heard of us, the #1 response is that they were referred by a friend or family member. Many shopped here with their parents when they were children and have returned with their own families. We thank you for your continued support and look forward to serving your family for generations to come. OriginalMattress.com.
Start your career in hospitality at the Hyatt Regency Orlando Job Fair, April 19th, 3 till 6 p.m.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1.
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round.
I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here as well.
Doing the
somebody
Humpty.
Somebody on the texting service, Deborah, checked in and said, what if someone has found the big green egg and they're not calling in to give you false hope? My answer to them I would be thankful. Please, if you find it, give me a couple days just to bask. I'm fine now, though. You're good. You can go ahead and, if you find it, come on down. Call Jack, text Jack. He can give you all the information there.
Just make sure you get to me before that expiration date.
There's an expiration date? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm just making that up.
Yeah. God, I want to omit a county now. I want to do it so bad. I want to omit a county right now. And the reason why is this. Because there's a lot of people that text the show and say they're in a certain area of town. And I think that's super funny. But it's not there. And yeah, and now I'm feeling the guilt of people wasting their time to find it.
I know. I felt bad when the guy's like, me and my kids spent 5 hours.
I know.
I feel terrible now because people are wasting entire days looking for this thing.
And
but I mean,
gas.
that's the goal. Oh, Deborah, don't put that on me, my God.
Yeah, Jim.
I wanted to feed my family, but we decided to try to find the egg. Now we're broke and living in a van.
By the river.
Not even by the river. It's not in Osceola County.
Oh, wow.
So all you people out in Kissimmee, pack it up and go. It's not in Osceola County.
Okay, I'm not going to look in Osceola County.
People are like, Old Town, Silver. And I will tell you this.
Oh, someone had did you see that really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It is not in Osceola County, which, of course, takes Kissimmee out of play. And the reason I say that is this. One of the OG ideas, I had 4 original places to put this thing. Silver Spurs Rodeo was going to be one of them, again, because of the history of the rodeo in the city. These places that we're placing these big green eggs are telling stories of the city of Orlando. Consider that when you look, all right?
Ooh, story.
Consider that. Everything that we do on the program here, when they asked me what the show was going to be about when we first started this, I'm like, I'm looking for a Jon Stewart kind of vibe. I'm definitely not that guy, but I want it to be informative and funny as much as possible. So we do try to get some stuff on the air daily that just kind of opens up a different, maybe a different perspective for you or something like that. We're not trying to be soothsayers or great teachers or anything.
Hey,
but we
speak
do
for yourself.
We do stumble across some pretty interesting stuff occasionally, and the city of Orlando is really dear to my heart. So a lot of these very historic places that have made Orlando really what it is are important to me. And the Silver Spurs Rodeo is one of those places. That was one of the original ideas. It is not at Silver Spurs Rodeo. It is not at Old Town in Kissimmee. It isn't in Osceola County. So if you've been searching there, or if you plan to search there tomorrow, you're welcome. I'm saving you some time. It's not in Osceola County. That leaves Seminole and Orange County.
It doesn't matter, Jimmy. Someone just texted. I bet he's just saying that it really is in Osceola County.
No,
I'm going to keep looking there.
I would never do that.
I'm going to keep looking there.
That one person should definitely keep looking there.
Yeah. Then somebody just said,
but only
F,
them.
F, and then all the top row stuff that you have on your keyboard there.
Sorry.
Somebody's claiming I moved it. I did not move it. I haven't touched it. I can't go near it now.
Oh,
Trust me
no.
when I tell you, I cannot go near it now. And I had to go in the dead middle of the night to put it where it is. And even then, when I got home, my wife was like, were you scared? I mean, if a cop would have seen you doing that, what would have happened? I said, well,
I would have
I guess I would have taken the publicity for sure. But I mean, it would have, It would have looked shaky.
Wait a
I'm telling you
minute.
straight up. That last line, so pull it right out, stand, scream, and shout. Like you have to, I mean, it says it's in a nook. A nook could be, it's a little space in there. So you really have to be thorough when you get to where you think it is. You got to be thorough.
Now,
yes.
Can I also ask for clarification of off your feet? Does that give any directional indication?
Okay, I will answer a question there. Okay, depending on your stature, all right, depending on how big you are as a person.
Or small.
You may have to stoop down.
So it's not necessarily in a tree.
So it's not in a tree.
You're just dropping clues left and right now.
You might have to stoop down. So what I'm saying is, that's why I say possibly off feet, because depending on how tall or how short you are, you may have to, you may have to, I can't say anything, you may have to kind of maneuver.
I can't believe
Okay, all right, that's all. Because everybody was, okay. I don't know what to say because I'm so afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing. So I'm going to turn off my microphone.
How could you? Jimmy's saying way too much for anyone.
I just feel like
there's plenty of information there. The thing is, too, as I write these things, and like I told you guys the other day, what?
Because you're getting ready to gloat, and all I want to do is just remind you about trivia 2 days in a row.
No, I know. It just happened. Look, I had a run 2 weeks ago where nobody got it on the first try or the second or the third. Listen, man. It's a game of numbers, kid.
Okay.
It's a game of numbers, kid.
I appreciate that.
And I'm on one right now, so I'm going to
yeah,
a little bit.
You're gonna.
You got to give a brother some room.
All right.
Give a brother some room. Every word of this poem should be scrutinized.
He's
every word.
Every word.
Every
word.
Not every word, Jack.
Okay.
Stop. A lot of the key words.
There you go.
It's interesting, though, after you went through each of the 3 stanzas with Jack and I one day, it kind of turns out that even words that you might assume are throwaway words could be the most important words. So don't think you know what all the key words are.
There are 4 in there that tell you exactly where it is, or within reason. There are 4 words in there that tell you pretty much where it is. So get in there and have yourself a good time. You have to look at it from a bunch of different ways. You have to bend it, move it around, turn it backwards, look it upside down.
I know where it is, and I don't think I'd find it with that poem.
You don't think so?
Oh, no.
Listen, man, this isn't for the meek. This is $1,000 gift. What am I supposed to do? Do it like I did the first couple times and have some dude walk up and stumble over it? Oh, look what I found.
RealRadio.fm/ace. You can see not only the clues there, Jim's poem, but also the list of all the accessories that you get.
Yeah.
It's the large, big green egg, the accessories, the Jim Colbert Show spices, and what's not even written there is your promise of a box of 20 cigars from your personal collection.
That's right.
His personal
humidor. By the way, I'm just giving you a heads up. That's a couple $100 value. Because, we smoke the nice stuff. We got some good stuff. So we're gonna get you're getting the top shelf kind of stuff from my humidor. So these cigars are probably going to average, $18 a piece, and you're going to have one in there that runs around $32. So I mean, the box of cigars alone drives the price up. So this is actually kind of turning out to be more like a $1,200 to $1,500 gift. You got to go find it, man. It's out there.
Listen to the Puzzle Master. Only he knows.
No, you guys know now.
If we have a winner,
I'm not the secret master.
Over the weekend, I will post that on the station social media pages so people will know, so they don't have to continue to look.
Somebody said no one's going to solve the problem. It will be found with dumb luck. That would be highly unlikely.
Yeah, not where this bad boy's at.
It would be pretty unlikely.
You know what? I didn't see where it is. I just know what Jim has said. So,
yeah, but that description alone, you'd have to be up to some sus stuff.
I think you. Oh, okay.
Huh?
That's a clue.
What? Sus? You have to look sus?
That's not a clue. You're good.
Okay. All right.
Can we stop now, though, or talk about something else?
You get nervous,
really
right?
Nervous. I am. I do not want to be the reason why Jimmy hates me.
I'm perfectly confident that even with what we've said, it's still going to be very difficult. Look, I told you guys.
I better check.
I was going to be vengeant. I told you I was going to be vengeant with this one. Did I not?
Oh.
I told you that I'd gotten shamed the first couple times. I made 2 mistakes, and I gave information that was easily Googleable. and it left enough clues where people obviously were. Can I tell you? They were in the vicinity of it within an hour. I mean, it took a guy a little bit to find it, but they were in the vicinity in an hour. I was not ever going to have that happen again.
Nope.
Not in a million years was that going to happen again.
This is how many days now that it's been out there? 3, 4?
Been out there since Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So
4 days.
Yeah.
4
But if you sit
days.
down, I would tell you this also. Take your time going through the poem before you leave home. Make some educated guesses and then drive to those places and kind of see if it fits.
Now, do you have to be a native-born Floridian to get it?
No, you don't. Because if you pay attention to the clues, you will be able to figure out what city it's in. Because I say it right up top. It's in a city in the Central Florida area, Orlando.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Right up top, I say right there. The "were" in the bubble meant the yields were no trouble before in this trivial, muddy city.
Muddy.
Ask yourself a question every time you read it. What's being said? What is
trivial
that?
City. What would make it trivial?
What does trivial
Muddy.
mean?
Usually,
How many meanings does trivial have?
Oh.
Okay, let's look that bad boy up. Thank you, Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you have to do. Every one of those words that you think, like you said, Deborah, is a pivotal word, you need to consider all options.
Well,
And
because
then
it just sticks out. So it's those words that stick out. Okay, so of little value or importance.
Yeah, there's other words. That's just the definition, correct?
Unimportant, insignificant, inconsequential, minor, frivolous, superficial, shallow.
Mm-hmm. There are other meanings. I mean, what are you looking at? Are you looking at the definition of it, or are you on the thesaurus?
No, I'm looking at the dictionary.
There you go.
Oxford
Maybe-
languages.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you could look at that with a
Okay.
bunch of different reference models.
If you want the poem, go to realradio.fm/ace. It's posted there. All the information you need.
Nugatory?
Isn't that what in a candy bar,
vulgar
right?
slang, that's chicken S. Oh.
Jimmy!
Jimmy.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Let's take a little break. Give you guys time to search for the Big Green Egg.
Here's
Search
the
your ace
question. Is it safe from the rain?
Oh,
It is.
Whoa, another
You know what? I'm gonna
D.
I'll tell you. You want me to drive people completely bat-ass crazy right now?
I think you already
More
have.
than likely.
Why not?
More than likely, as we speak right now, there are at least probably 15 or 20 people standing around it and don't even know. And can I tell you?
Where?
What? You sure you want to say something?
More people will walk by it over the weekend.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe a lot more. Who knows? All right,
Okay.
407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, showers are definitely making the roads slick out there. We're looking at some very slow pockets of traffic, including eastbound travel on I-4 at a standstill between US 192 and State Road 535. Westbound slam between 417 and World Drive. If you're heading east on the 408, expect a very slow go between Crystal Lake Drive and Conway Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid. Florida 529 prepaid plans can be used in-state or out at public, private, trade, and technical schools nationwide. Enroll for free and earn up to $500 in college savings. But hurry, open enrollment ends April 30th.
A strong home begins with a strong foundation. Everybody knows that. The guys over at Zano 521 certainly know that. These guys are the premier concrete coating experts in Orlando. Coating's tough, crew tough as well, headed up by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier. They also employ vets as well. Their techs, employees of the company, never subcontracted, and Zano 521 makes the tough stuff. These coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy, and unlike epoxies, that base coat fully cures in just 24 hours. That's a big deal. You're back in action after just one day. Beautiful color choices matching whatever space you may have, and the coatings are 100% UV stable. That means they can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages, and they come with a lifetime warranty against fading or yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping and peeling. That top coat, non-porous. That means no mildew will grow on it, no mold. Gas, grease, and oil will not stain it. These coatings are tough and they're gorgeous as well and made to match whatever space you have. Not to mention, the crew at Zano 521 are here to help every step of the way. Complete pros from beginning to end. Their sales team will come in, tell you exactly what's going to happen, prep the concrete, and then get your surface going. You are going to love your brand new, beautiful surface, courtesy of Zano 521. For that no obligation, no pressure estimate, visit the website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above.
Your hands know hard work, and they know how to pick out powerful equipment, like North Star products, only at Northern Tool. Generators, pressure washers, air compressors, and more. North Star is the best, hands down. Visit our store or buy online and pick it up curbside. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Gear up at Northern Tool and Equipment this week for our huge pressure washer sale. Save hundreds on our best-selling pressure washers, surface cleaners, hoses, and more.
Life is about showing up and about showing people you care. HCA Florida Healthcare helps you show up for your health and your family's. Florida's largest care network makes healthcare easier, friendlier, and smarter. And we put you at the center of it all. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Spring is here, and Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need for your lawn and garden this season. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Plus, you can bring in your STIHL outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 9 service centers for a tune-up or repair. It's Tools Ace Hardware with 11 locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. That's acehardware.com.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. We're all ears for these winning Easter deals. Right now, when I spend $25, I can get a bone-in rib roast for just $6.99 a pound? Yeah, and it's USDA choice. Oh, wow, and all my fixings are on sale, too. Fresh pineapples are BOGO, and fresh baked apple pies are also BOGO. saving on my entire Easter feast while earning rewards points with the app. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win. Prices valid through April 19th with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
Hi guys, it's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan.
My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, Meadow Soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
That's James Green.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. Deb is there.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Good evening.
Feliz Pascua.
That's right. Getting ready for a big Easter weekend, Passover weekend for our Jewish friends.
That starts at sunset, correct?
Yep.
Sunset today.
Sundown. Yep.
Yeah, sundown. And now, what happens today when the sun goes down? Is it just that those tenants kick in for?
They'll have their first Passover Seder, the meal.
Okay. The meal.
Yep.
And then just
gather and talk with family and friends.
Okay.
There's a fun tradition they do with kids called hide the matzah.
Okay.
So they take matzah.
That's not a joke, Jimmy.
It's not a joke.
Didn't laugh.
It does make you snicker, though, because, you know.
I am a huge fan of. I love matzah.
I love matzah.
With, that little butter on it.
I'm telling you.
That's a good time.
And I make a mean matzo ball soup.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it
Really?
might be the kit, but it still turns out really good. My matzo balls are nice sice.
It's like a dumpling,
That's what I
right?
heard.
It is. Yeah.
It's like a dumpling. That's it, right?
Yeah.
That shiksa every Jewish mom warned you
And
about.
don't they put the matzo balls in with like gefilte fish sometimes? And make Is that what it is?
Gefilte fish is another dish that would be served at Passover time.
It's
And
like
I
a
love
salty,
it.
like a salty fish kind of thing, or is that what it
Salty
is?
codfish.
Salty codfish.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cooked?
With the bitter herbs and harasset, I think is how you pronounce that.
Is it good?
I think it is.
Really?
I've loved everything at the Passover Seder before. But the hide the matzah is cute because what they'll do is if you have small kids, you'll take some of the matzah, which is, of course, the unleavened bread, right? That looks like a cracker.
Sure.
They'll wrap it in a handkerchief or a napkin, and then they hide it. And the first child that finds the matzah gets a special prize.
Wow, what is the prize usually?
A toy or a game or something.
Oh,
you
that's
know,
cool.
the fun is just to send the kids looking for the matzah. It's the Passover version of the Easter egg hunt.
I'll be damned. I don't know any of this stuff. I feel like a complete
You're not
dumbass.
Jewish.
And
I know, but I still feel like I could know some of this stuff.
Well, it's interesting to I think it is. I think it's fascinating.
Oh, you're kidding? This cultural stuff is the most interesting stuff out there. I mean, it's the human nature things are what's really interesting, and to me, that's like fascinating.
And India just recently had that really cool festival of color
with the powders when they throw the powders.
Exactly, where they throw the powders for good luck and get rid of evil spirits.
Inevitably, I think some photographer wins like picture of the year during that thing. They're always taking some of the because the colors are so unbelievable.
And I also did want to mention, because our texters had pointed it out earlier, and I didn't want to be remiss in mentioning that it's also Ramadan right now. So we have actually all three major religions having some of their biggest feast days, their biggest important days happening almost at the same time.
Should I dare ask what Ramadan is?
I am looking that up right now because it's their holiest month.
It's the pilgrimage. It's out to Mecca, right?
To Mecca and Medina. They fast all day and break bread at night. It started at sundown on April 2nd. It will end with Eid al-Fitr on Monday, May 2nd.
Now, is that for Jews as well?
No, this is only a Muslim. This is for Muslims.
Muslims, okay. Yeah, that's what I was
Jewish
looking
is Passover.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ramadan
okay, good.
is Islam's holiest month. Let's see. Ramadan Mubarak is the greeting that you give to each other.
Gotcha.
It's marked by fasting, reflection, charity, and prayer. So it's kind of See, and this is the thing that I find so fascinating about so many of the major world's religions. We share so many of the same tenets. You know, Ramadan sounds a lot like Lent, right? Charity,
right, yeah.
fasting.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You know, spending your time in prayer, getting all that debauchery out of your system with Fat Tuesday, not that there's anything like that that's observed at all in the Muslim faith. But we share more than separates us is the point.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's fascinating. It all comes together on this one weekend where all these different religions coincide this weekend. I mean, could be an ignorant statement. Again, I just never thought about it before.
Especially considering that some are on different calendars. Someone had pointed out that I guess Judaism, I know that it's a lunar calendar. We're on a Gregorian calendar. It's just fascinating to figure out which calendar you're on, Jimmy.
Is it really?
Yeah, really. That's what determines where these dates fall.
All right, 407-916-1041. I saw a crazy story today since we're talking about religion a little bit, and today is the first day before we get into Passover, Ramadan, and Easter, that you guys heard about the Russian warship that Ukraine just claimed credit for sinking, correct?
Yes.
It was the in the Black Sea.
The Morozk or something?
I'm sorry?
I thought the name of the ship was the Morozk or something like that.
It's the Moskva.
Moskva, but that's the Russian way to say Moscow.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's Moscow in Russian.
It's a missile cruiser, and it was the flagship of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Now, that's just for the Black Sea, not for the entire Russian Navy, for sure.
But still, they were pretty proud of it.
Yeah, and they were, because this was the one, I believe, that the guards on Snake Island said to go F yourself.
Yeah.
It was this ship.
This is exactly the one,
Yeah.
yes. The one that, the beginning of this thing, it's held up. They're like, you got to surrender this. I'm like, yeah, go F yourself. And then they shelled it. Everybody thought everybody got killed. Then we found out they didn't get killed. And then this thing winds up getting sunk. Now, of course, the stories are Russia is saying, no, there was an explosion on board. That's what sank it.
Rough seas.
Yeah, an explosion. What caused the explosion?
Exactly.
The missile that hit it.
Ukrainians are saying that they hit it twice, I believe, with missiles that wound up. Basically, at first, we heard it was being towed back, and then, of course, it winds up sinking. So it's down. Now, that's not the story. The story is this. The Moskva, a missile cruiser that was the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, sank Thursday. A news report from 2020 has given rise to the question of whether the vehicle sank with a Christian relic on board. The Russian Orthodox Church announced in February of 2020 that the relic had been delivered to the then commander of the Black Sea Fleet, Vice Admiral Igor Azapov, and was the fleet's headquarters in readiness for delivery to the ship shortly, the state-run agency said. Now, I'm going to tell you, hold on. The relic in question is a fragment of wood just millimeters big. But according to believers, this was a piece of the cross that Christ was crucified on.
Oh.
Ew.
It's apparently embedded in a 19th century metal cross, which is itself kept in a reliquary, per the outlet. I don't know what I guess it'd be a place to keep relics.
Yep.
That's not that aren't for viewing. Now they don't know 100% if that's the case, but this is the ship it was supposed to be on in 2020, and they don't have a record of it being transferred off this ship. So there's a possibility. Now, of course, we don't know if it's an actual piece of the cross or anything like that. But the fact that a relic like that at all was on the ship doing what that ship was doing is so ironic. There's no other way to look at it.
Why would you put that on a warship?
Yeah, because they delivered it as a gift to this guy who was running the thing, the vice admiral.
Oh, that's great. Because
it says the U.S. believes Ukraine's claims with medium confidence. Of course, that's like anything. And it said the conversation said, "Oh yeah, this is where they talked about the ship being the one that they told them to go F themselves."
So are they gonna try and get that relic back?
I don't know. It says Insider was unable to establish when the relic was finally transferred to the Moskva or if it was on board at the time of the vessel's sinking. The Russian embassy in London did not respond to a request for comment. Just so insane that kind of relic would be on that ship doing that thing.
Exactly.
Or even be in the hands of anybody and not like somewhere, safe. Or because, I guess in Spain, there's a place that claims they have the Grail. And that's been a long-term kind of mystery for a long time. There have been numerous places that claim they have some form of the Grail.
Well, most Catholic churches that are named after their particular saint are said to have some relic of that saint in their altars.
Oh, really?
So if it's St. Anne's or St. Bernard's, they're supposed to have some relic from their body's hair, something.
Wow. Crazy. Earlier in the show, I was talking to you guys about a new show that's coming back. I don't know, Jack, did you hear? Did I tell you already?
Yeah, you did.
All right. Season 4, I think it is.
Of Better Call Saul. All right. Actually, season 6 of Better Call Saul, Jimmy.
Season 4 of Barry is coming out. Deb, I don't think you've watched Barry, have you?
No, I haven't.
Barry is the Bill Hader show and also Henry Winkler, and it's on HBO.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's the he's the hitman who wants to be an actor.
It may be, if you haven't watched Barry, it may be the best dark comedy on television in the last 20 years.
It's fun.
Would South Park or that's not considered? Is that dark comedy?
Oh yeah.
Or is it just edgy comedy? Because this is death related.
I think every time Kenny dies, it's dark comedy.
I'd say that's dark comedy.
Yeah,
it is dark comedy.
Yeah, and they joke about Jesus, and yeah, I'd say that's dark comedy.
Is there another dark? You think about it, the other dark comedies. I mean, some stuff can have funny moments, but this show is like.
I would think of the Ricky Gervais, where he is the widower who only buys one can of dog food a day because he knows if he buys any more, he's going to kill himself. I think that's pretty dark.
Yeah.
And yet he gets more compliments on that than in any other show.
What show is that?
What's it called then?
God, let me look
I know
it
we
up.
talked about this when it came out.
I know, and it's real.
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes of that one.
Yeah, it was
interesting. There's a lot out there right now. Also, I mentioned Better Call Saul because I think it's this weekend where season 6 begins because they just added season 5 to Netflix.
I believe it is called Afterlife.
Afterlife is the Ricky Gervais show. Yeah.
And speaking of the Better Call Saul, what I just found out that Bob Odenkirk, who plays, of course, Saul,
yeah.
You know what his latest project is?
What's that?
They're calling it a podcast, but it's really not. He's doing an old-timey radio show where they act out scenes like they used to do in the 30s and 40s. Has some of his favorite famous actor friends joining on it, and they act out like an old-timey.
So we tried to do that on the Monsters once, but I completely screwed everything up because I wanted to run the sound effects, and I had a part as well, and I just couldn't do it at one time. So I don't know if I ruined it. But
I think we should do that.
I would do that in 5 seconds.
I think we would have such a great time doing this.
The Christmas Carol was kind of meant to be that way. That's what it was. Actually, it was an acting out of the Christmas Carol from the entire Real Radio staff. We did that for what, Jack? 6-7 years.
The Christmas Carol?
Yeah, it was longer than that.
Oh yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah. Because didn't Phillips file? all you guys used to do
everyone,
that, right? It was
everyone
like a 20-year tradition.
Yeah, then we took off and we did it again just a couple years ago when we did it down the hall here.
Yeah,
Jim was the narrator, and then everybody, depending on who was working here at the time, had a part. I think Russ has been the same part like every time. Deb's been the same part every time.
No, I was Mrs. Cratchit. I was Russ's wife this last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that was somebody else before. Yeah. And then Jack, you're always.
I wasn't. I started out as boy 3,
right?
And that's the one as big as me at the end. But then I moved into Fred, which is
that's right.
Scrooge's nephew.
That's right,
his nephew. Yeah,
the one who was always inviting him for Christmas.
Yeah,
weren't you the ghost of Christmas past?
Yeah,
yet to be.
Jimmy?
No,
ghost
yet
of
to be.
Ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Which that's the future.
The future one with the scary voice.
And he does that thing where he ruins his voice for a week.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I was the bad one. Oh, I was evil. It was so much fun. We should kind of revive something like that. It's just so much more difficult now, but because we have fewer people on the station.
No, I mean just the Jim Colbert Show. Let's come up and do our old timey radio program. They've got we could find something really cool to put on.
We pulled off something close to this on Thursdays for a while with Theater Thursday, so I know we could.
And you know why it stopped? Because it's a tremendous amount of work.
Well, that's why we look for scripts necessarily. We don't put this on someone's shoulder to have to write. Although we could give it to Ross since he's not here.
What would we do though? What do you do though? I mean,
murder mystery.
What variation do you do?
Murder mystery.
I mean, you can actually still, if you go, I mean, you can still find radio scripts from years ago for, and for popular stories that have been condensed for that. So it's not 6 hours long.
Exactly. We could turn that into a weekly serial. And if you guess it at the end, you win a prize.
Weekly. Oh, God, that's too much, Deb.
Quarterly?
Very, very. Yeah, quarterly sounds good.
Could be something anticipatory.
When Ross started writing the Theater Thursdays, I would tell him, I said, look, man, you don't have to do this every week. This is a lot of work. You could literally see the stress, like knocking them out because they had to do the show and they had to write that thing, and it's not easy. You're trying to make it good. You're trying to make it funny, and relevant for the program. And then you have to do the show on time. But it was too much.
Okay.
I said, just do one a month.
Exactly. We'll take that out of his hands, and I think it'd just be a great idea because it's not a product that's really being offered that often.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. You see the FDA now has a new way to test you for COVID. Did you see this one?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
You have?
Yeah, it's a breath test.
Okay, I said no twice. Do you think I'm lying to you guys?
Yeah, I did. I thought you were lying to me.
All right. Well, all right.
Have you talked to you? It says the FDA issued emergency authorization for the first COVID-19 diagnostic test that can detect it in breath samples. So basically, you breathe in the damn thing, and it tells you whether or not you're positive or not.
It's the size of a suitcase, too.
Is it really?
Have you seen it?
And I haven't seen the thing at all.
Huge, it's not huge, but it's like the size of a small suitcase with a long red straw on one end.
91.2% accurate. And 99% accurate identifying negative test samples. So, in other words, it's pretty darn accurate and obviously not as intrusive as the
nasal swab.
Oh my God, man, that thing
tickled my toes.
I was like, I'd rather have COVID and just know it than have to shove this thing in my face again. It does. It makes you feel weird. Nothing should be up there. How did anybody ever do coke?
I don't know.
Like, how could you do that? Ugh. That would drive me crazy.
Well, you take a $1 bill, Jimmy, and you start by rolling
I appreciate that
up.
very much. Let's go ahead and
How
save your
tightly
integrity.
do you roll it, though?
Dabber, get out of here. 407.
Pretty tight.
Look, pretty tight.
I love Jack. Every time I learn something new, I just want to crack that shell a little bit more.
Jack ruled Melbourne.
Oh, you know he did.
He worked at a bar.
Oh, especially when he won't look in the camera anymore.
No, he's
even with his glasses on.
Don't say that. He's embarrassed. Don't do this.
I don't think he.
He's embarrassed.
Oh, he's getting even closer.
916-1041. You can text us.
Wow, those are some blue eyes.
At 77031. And this last little story we'll throw out there because I find this kind of interesting. Marion County elementary teacher arrested after bringing something to school. Did you guys see what she brought to school? Jack, did you see it?
No. Do you believe
me? I believe you this time. I'm going to defend this woman. I'm going to tell you why, okay?
What'd she bring to school?
Her name is Hiromi Adams. She's 37 years old. She's a teacher at Hammett Brown Elementary School. That's up in Ocala.
Yep, first grade, right?
Fine people in Marion County, right? First grade, Jack. Said that she was acting a little odd in the hallways. So they asked her to drop by the old school wellness center.
Oh, no.
And they said on the way there, she stopped by the bathroom. So when they went in there and they went to the bathroom to find out, they found a small bottle with some stuff in there. It turns out old girl was bringing ecstasy to school with her.
A little Molly never hurt nobody.
While on ecstasy. Field test of the powder conducted at the school revealed the powder contained MDMA, otherwise known as ecstasy or Molly.
What grade?
First grade, Jack.
I can't.
According to middle schoolers, you'd be understanding?
No.
According to a release, Jack, hold on.
Go ahead.
Adams was located and arrested off the school property. There she was found in possession of Suboxone, a treatment for those struggling with opioid addiction.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but in this scenario, I got to tell you, I think she had to have this to deal with your kids anymore. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I think it takes rolling to deal with anybody in first grade right now. Or unless she was bringing it for the kids to make them tolerable. Either way, I could make that argument.
I just couldn't imagine having to deal with kids if you were doing that.
Because that would just ruin the role?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. She's just sitting there in class licking some kid's neck while telling everybody their hair smells good.
Who wants to rub teacher's feet next?
Please tell me that's what it's like.
Her just sitting in an Indian circle going, everything's fuzzy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that really what? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I completely get this. First graders are the worst people on planet Earth.
No,
Who doesn't need to be rolling?
First graders are cute.
All right.
It's those middle schoolers you want to...
916-1041. Can we please get a clarification on the size of Big Green Egg we're looking for? Sir, it's the extra large.
You're not actually looking for the egg. You're looking for a small box, 5 by 5 by 8.
Like a tissue box.
Rectangular.
Smaller.
Covered. Those were your specifications given yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's right. 5 by 5 by 8. Tissue box is a little bit bigger than that.
Has a certificate on the inside and lots of ways for you to be verified. So
yep,
you're not actually looking for the egg.
You're not looking for an actual grill. I'd love that. Where's the grill? I should be able to smell it. All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Last call's next. Let's get out of here on a Friday and enjoy this weekend.
Woo!
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And on this holiday weekend, we're looking at a chance for some thunderstorms. Tonight, storms ending early. We'll see a low of 68 degrees with otherwise partly cloudy skies. Patchy fog possible by daybreak, but the high tomorrow, 91, a steamy day with a 30% chance for late day thunder showers. On Easter Sunday, dry for the first half of the day, but after 3 o'clock, we could see some thunderstorms develop. They'll become likely by the evening with a high of 90. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Are you a safe driver? Are you looking to save money? With DriveWise from Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you can save. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Guys, we live in Central Florida. It is very important that your AC works perfectly every time, and that is why I suggest a call to Mills Air. These guys have bbeen doing it since 1992, 30 years of experience in keeping you nice and cool. Their techs are awesome people, and the guy who owns this company is a great guy. He's like the AC John Wayne, and all of his techs exactly feel the same way. They're really good at what they do. They're very courteous people, and they know these systems inside and out. Chances are they have the parts to fix you and get you going right there while they're there. Carrier factory authorized dealers as well. That can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the experts at Mills Air. Family owned and operated and ready to help you right now. It's 407-277-1159. Easily find them online at millsair.com.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Office is Altamont Springs.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Vacation, here we come.
Can't wait.
Is COVID testing still a thing for travel?
I told you that already. We have to get tested right before we leave.
Oh, such a pain.
Not really. We can just go to COVID Clinic. They have locations all over Orlando, and you can get your results the same day.
That's right. COVID Clinic has convenient locations throughout Orlando. You'll have your results in the same day and be ready to travel. COVID Clinic.
here for your peace of mind. Visit covidclinic.org to find a location near you.
This Saturday only at Old Navy, get 50% off dresses for women and girls. That's right, women and girls spring dresses are 50% off. But it's this Saturday only. Hurry to Old Navy and oldnavy.com. Valid 4-9 select styles only.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is klausmanlaw.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our show streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
Cheer on your back-to-back Stanley Cup champions with an ice-cold Miller Lite. Miller Lite, the original light beer, is the perfect companion for watching the game at Amalie Arena, a watch party with your friends, or on the couch at home. Miller Lite. Celebrate responsibly.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life. Office in Orlando.
O'Reilly. Stop by the new O'Reilly Auto Parts in Kissimmee on Earl O. Bronson Memorial Highway next to Wawa. Now through April 26th, you'll get double O rewards points on select purchases, which means you can reach your next $5 reward twice as fast. Plus, get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for $31.95. And buy one, get one free Coca-Cola products right now at your new O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
There's some interesting happenings out there.
Yeah. What do you mean, Mr. Colbert?
There's some interesting happenings out there. Who knows? May have a winner before the weekend. You never know. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We are all loaded up for last call. Got a big weekend coming up.
Tell you who's not having a good weekend right now.
Who's that? Oh, my God. I just got the update on that. So what's going on with that? Deborah reported earlier. We broke the news earlier. There's a massive pileup at 408 and Conway.
Yeah, near downtown Orlando. Well, the latest is that it had shut down the road, right? And we had talked about the fact that it was over 20 vehicles. Turns out it's 43 vehicles.
43 vehicle pileup.
Yep, it's shut down 408 near downtown Orlando. This is probably going to be a mess for a while. Again, 43 vehicles involved. They originally estimated 20.
That sounds like something that makes the National lose.
Yeah, exactly. Considering this isn't, I mean, the last time you heard about this, it was northern Pennsylvania, and it was an absolute whiteout condition. That had over 80 vehicles involved.
Ooh.
One person was transported with minor injuries. All westbound lanes were closed at one point, but the traffic delays through that area are an absolute mess. And someone had texted us earlier at 77031 and said, I just drove through that area and said to myself, someone is going to die. People are driving so crazily through this area right now. And then, boom, 43 vehicles.
Was it storms?
There are wet roads. So, yeah, you've got wet roads, speeding, tailgating.
Are they saying, is that what they're saying? It was just general douchebaggery that caused this, or is it one particular thing, or did somebody get a flat or something?
No, at this point, that's just coming from the texting service for Orlando Police Department, and the Orlando Fire Department are just reporting that it's 43 vehicles westbound 408 near Conway, right before downtown Orlando. So obviously, an alternate route, if you have like a Passover Seder that you're trying to get to in that area, you're definitely going to want to find a different route.
Yeah, wow, man. Incredible.
I know. Thankfully, only minor injuries. That's the crazy part.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Corona Cigar Company, Amy Drew Thompson with the Orlando Sentinel, and Nicole Dupre.
Very nice. And, of course, you can find out all the stuff that Nicole talked about today at Dupre.today. That's DUPRE.today. All the information she's talked about and all the events coming up, she has it right there online. And just like with Brendan at Bungalore.com, you can always find that information while they're not on the air. So that's good there as well. Jack, anything coming up this week for Real Radio? I know we have a big weekend for music.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Real Music Weekend, and also Sunday morning coming down, Sunday night vinyl. But also remember, on Monday, we're kicking off the next Grand in Your Hand contest, brought to you by Mills Air. So starting at 9 a.m. on Monday, each hour until 5 p.m. each weekday, for the next 6 weeks, a chance to win $1,000, and that starts at 9 a.m. on Monday.
Absolutely. So the chances to win that cash are here for sure. Let's get an update on our Twitter poll.
Do you plan to attend your high school reunion?
Hell no.
What percentage is hell no?
I think that most people are going to say hell no. The cost of going these days is so much. The average ticket to one of those things is like a couple $100. I just don't see people doing that when they can catch up online. I'd say 26%
say what?
They're not going.
84% say they're not going.
Whoa.
You said 26. That's not close.
That's okay. It was
Show
the
a
other way
little
around.
shock. Yeah.
I meant it the other way around.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
The balance of that, 76% are going.
Time out. This is what you got. Yeah.
Oh.
You mother. How dare you?
Not even close.
How dare you send me out on a weekend with one of those things? Give me a ding for something.
No, you earned it.
Give him a ding.
You earned
me a
it.
ding.
Just give him a ding.
Maybe if someone finds the big green egg before 7.
Oh.
What time is it?
No
All right,
way.
so-
That cannot be possible.
So here's the deal. What you can do is, if you are playing along, as soon as I receive confirmation, if it is found anytime this weekend, I will post it on Real Radio Facebook, Real Radio Instagram, and the Real Radio Twitter account. So you will be able to get confirmation there. I will also put it on the page at realradio.fm/ace. I will put notice that it has been found. When it is found, so I don't want anyone to keep looking if it's no longer out in the wild.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Jim, I got something for you. Wait.
Yeah. Oh, you mother.
Yeah. You ready for last call?
I want to say something so bad.
No,
Jeez.
don't.
All
Dude, just let it go.
All right.
You're a mess.
Next clue on Monday for sure. Yeah, let's do last call. Who's up first, Jack?
Let's see. We have Dave.
Oh, biblical.
Dave, last call.
Hey, first off, happy Easter weekend to all of you. Deb, Jalapeno says hello, and I hope Ross gets a standing O wherever he's at. But I want to recognize a restaurant that I don't think anybody really knows about. Has anybody ever gone to Rookie's Cantina at the intersection of 434 and 1792?
I've been there a few times.
That is, I asked the manager on my way out tonight if they've ever been recognized or had any awards. He said no. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call Real Radio and recognize you guys on air because they've got one of the best Mexican menus out of anywhere. And they've
buddy.
got their Mexican version of Kobe white sauce, which is a rookie sauce, and it's amazing.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, good job. I appreciate that very much. But by the way, Jack, we can go ahead and get rid of it. That place right there, my buddy runs a fireworks tent across the street, and they go there 3 times a week and say it's unbelievable. Who's up next, Jack?
That would be Lucky.
Lucky. Last call.
Hey, Jim, I actually found the box Tuesday, but since you have so little going for you in your life, I figured I'd give you a few days to gain some confidence. So, Jack, I'll email you Tuesday with my info.
Sounds good.
You're the best, buddy.
Thanks, Lucky.
You're the absolute best. Know that you make me laugh every time you call, Lucky. You're the only person that does it.
Every single time.
Here's Larry.
Larry, last call.
What? Listen, Jim, you know, Deb anointed you as an official Jew. Deb, you did a great job. And I think you deserve a ding for your efforts of learning.
Thank
about
you,
Judaism.
Larry.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
And also happy Passover, happy Easter, happy Ramadan. God bless my mom, your mom, Jack's mom, everybody.
Thank
Deb,
you very
I
much.
love you. You're the
Thank
best.
you.
Okay, this
All
is
right,
for
thanks,
Jim.
Larry.
And this is for Larry.
You mother. Oh, wow.
Where's
2
mine?
doubles. She gets a ding, though.
Okay.
Who's
And
next?
for Deb.
Thank you.
Because a non-Jew can appoint other people Jews. Scott.
Scott, last call.
Hey, Jimmy, there's a massive pile that's up on the highway. They must have been doing some really serious douchebaggery going on over there.
Thanks. I make up words occasionally. That works for me. Who's last?
Our final one is Katrina.
Katrina, last call.
Hey, I just want to say that I really like the idea of you guys doing the old school radio shows. And when Deb said murder mystery, it instantly reminded me of that episode of The Office where Michael has everyone do that murder mystery role play, and he says, "I do declare."
I do declare.
Well, we've
Maybe
got
we'll get some
Faticus
I do
Inch for
declare.
that.
Right, there you go. Well, guys, thank you for another great week. We had a lot of fun. We do have some cool stuff coming up next week. Keyword contest starts 9 o'clock Monday morning. $1,000 up for grabs. They'll tell you how to do that on the Monsters, the reigning champs here at Real Radio when it comes to giving away cash
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
are.
Let's see. Make sure you follow Ross on his social. Follow us on social as well, including Real Radio 104.1. Jack?
Yep, I will keep you abreast of what's happening with the Big Green Egg Hunt on that and the website, realradio.fm/ace.
Very good. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning after us. Tom and Dan with a corporate time. Our friends from Bungalow and the Bus. What the hell is Angel listening to? Real Music Weekends all weekend long, including Sunday Morning Coming Down and Sunday Night Vinyl. We'll see you Monday at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Happy Easter, Passover, Ramadan. Bye.
Oh, shut up.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center.